Hello everybody, and we're live. You are now joining us here at the SYSN live show, first ever debut for the small YouTube support network. We want to welcome you and thank you for joining us. It is myself, Chief Turtlehawk, in the middle, and we also have Sizzling Slot Jackpots.
Hello, hello, hello everyone.
All right. Well, it's good to see everybody in the chat. Like I said, I tried to get Chief Turtlehawk Sr. To stay awake after he did a live stream earlier so he could join us, but unfortunately he has to sleep in order to get ready for the late night live stream supplement program. So it is me, Chief Turtlehawk Jr. on with you. So let me see here. I wonder why. Let me see if I can put myself on here. Oh, there we go. Yay! It's just me.
I don't want to see you talk right now, since you're the talker.
Exactly.
So. Real quick, I want to just say thank you, Yo Teddy, for the $1.99 super chat. Happy birthday! I appreciate all the birthday wishes in the chat. As you can see behind me, I have my collection of birthday balloons that I accumulated today. Had a busy night last night with dinner, also tonight with another surprise dinner. So I've got balloons everywhere, I got cake everywhere, and I want to just thank everybody for the Facebook messages today. I got text messages, emails, comments on some videos, all the birthday wishes in the chat here. So thank you all for the wishes. I've never had so many people tell me happy birthday in one day in my life. So I am honored for all of you guys doing that for me. So take it away, Chief.
All right. Well, thank you and happy birthday. And that reminds me, I wanted to give you this. Here, hold on. Ready? Happy birthday! So we put up a birthday banner here at SYSN Live.
My goodness. I didn't think you'd have something up your sleeve, but I guess you did.
We wanted to wish Sizzling Slot Jackpots a happy birthday.
Good evening. I'm Ron Burgundy, and this is what's happening in your world tonight.
Thank you, Ron Burgundy. Thank you for the subscriber. Oh, you got a super chat from Claudia S.
Thank you, Claudia S., for the super chat. Enjoying your vids. Well, I appreciate that, and thank you for joining us tonight. Also, thank you to Chief Turtlehawk for partnering up with me for a special SYSN live debut that we're going to tell you all about momentarily.
All right. Oh, NorCal Slot Guy.
Thank you, NorCal. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate your donation there, and thank you for joining us. Glad you made it into the chat tonight, and hope you can stick around with us tonight.
So, as everybody knows, Sunday evening is our debut evening. We are like MGM, Universal, Comcast.com, and we have so many ideas up our sleeves that it takes us a while to introduce them all to you. So, a few weeks ago, we had introduced one show, The Three Brothers. That will be coming back soon, I hope. And we also are introducing...
I don't want to interrupt you, Chief.
Oh, sure.
If you want to present yourself again.
Oh. Not really. Oh.
Well,
okay.
You got the floor, so...
There we go. Oh, where did you go? Oh, you went back on there. It's your happy birthday. Okay, sorry. Here I am. Ta-da! Who says you can't train a cat how to work a computer? Hello. Where was I? Oh, so it's debut night. So we're debuting our new show here, and we've been talking about this for a while. As you can see, our badges over here. You can see that we've been working on this for a while. It's the Small YouTube Support Network, and we've been talking about it as a meeting place for people to come who are any size YouTuber, really, but it's a good place to network, to learn new things, to excuse me, ask questions, find supporters, introduce yourself to a new channel, a new person, so on and so forth. So that's kind of the basis of where the small YouTube support network came from. And it was me, Chief Turtlehawk, in the middle. I'm not Chief Turtlehawk Senior or Junior. Sorry, they couldn't be here. Chief Turtlehawk Junior's at summer camp. Chief Turtlehawk Senior is sleeping because he does the late night shows. So you're stuck with me. I'm probably the smartest, but I may not be the best looking, but I'll do my best. But we wanted, Sizzling Slot Jackpots and myself wanted to bring the small YouTube support network out into the open and really try to bring people in. So we've been talking about all sorts of stuff. We've been talking about channel buddies, and I hope you all brought your channel buddies. If not, don't worry. I'm sure we can find someone for you here in the chat. We really wanted to talk about ways you can support each other. And we wanted to kind of introduce the idea of the SYSN Live, which the concept includes a call-in phone number that you can text to. You can text in questions if you don't want to put it in the chat, and we try to answer live if possible. You can also email your questions in, and we'll try to check that and try to address some of them on the chat. And now I want to say this, and now Dave, I mean, you're pretty smart at all this stuff, so myself, not very smart at YouTube, and I'm really hoping that together all of us can come here and not only teach me a lot that I need to know, but hopefully you'll take away something as well and kind of have this network family going on. That's what my hope is. And I can say yesterday, I had no idea you could put a little logo in the bottom of your videos that's transparent. And Sizzling Slot Jackpots said, oh, that's easy. Let me show you how to do it. Perfect example of how I don't know anything, and a perfect example of how channel buddies, which Sizzling Slot Jackpots is my channel buddy, how channel buddies can help you push through. So I want to welcome everyone in. Thank you for joining. I'm sorry I missed so many people in the chat already. So if you said hi, I want to say hello. So thanks for coming, and I'll try to watch the chat as Dave talks about a few things. So we'll get back to the channel buddy idea a little bit later, but first I want to have Dave let you guys know different ways you can support each other and how you can communicate that kind of stuff to each other. So let me switch the camera back over because for some reason it's not doing it automatically. And I'm going to leave the happy birthday banner up for him so that way everyone can see it. It's his birthday. If you haven't wished him happy birthday, please do.
All my great balloons. All right, well, yeah, as Chief said, this is going to be a great place for all channels of all genres to come to, whether you're slot machines, whether you're a cooking channel, a fishing channel, a gaming channel, or just a typical vlogger. Any of those channels that you do or are part of, you simply can come in here and you know, join other fellow YouTubers, and instead of using spam words, which is, you know, joining or subscribing, we want people to use the word blasted. So if you are going to join another, you know, channel and support their channel, let them know in the chat by saying that you blasted them or I just blasted you, and that way we can have I guess a safe word to use, so none of your messages get marked as spam. Otherwise, those will automatically be held and or deleted. So as a safe word, we want to use the word blast or blasted, and you can use that anywhere you want, just to let the other party know that you are supporting their channel. Also, you got to stay active on other people's channels. So if you're going to, you know, join a channel that you think is of interest to you, you're going to want to check out some of their videos. You're going to want to, you know, hit the like button, leave a comment, and you want to stay active on everyone's channels. Otherwise, you will get removed from that channel after a certain number of days. I've seen it happen many times, and you want to just just don't hit the little, you know, red button and move on to the next person, because you're going to end up losing that channel that you're trying to get in touch with. So I hope that makes sense to everyone. That sound about right, Chief?
Sounds good. And, you know, I want to stress on the fact that as a support network, we are wanting to go beyond what people may think of supporting each other's channels. And I think that a lot of people, I've noticed over the past few months, I've been trying my best to go into everyone's live streams, and I feel like I'm here and there, but I've met so many awesome people in all these different live streams, and you know, I check out the videos and all that stuff. So that's very important when it comes to staying active with each other, because as you support somebody, they're more likely to support you back, to come into your live streams, to come and watch your videos. And that's what it's about, is creating kind of a community of friends and supporters, more than just having some numbers on a board. And as YouTube's changed stuff over time, we have seen you got a super chat.
Thank you, Crazy Carl. Always a pleasure to have you in the chat, and thank you for joining, Crazy Carl. I appreciate you.
And the one thing that's interesting to think about, I'll switch it back over to me real quick, but the one thing that's interesting to think about is, you know, whenever things change, so say the monetization piece changed, and now you have to have X amount of subscribers, X amount of walk time. When that happens, a lot of people make utility out of it. So they say, okay, how do we reach this goal the easiest, the quickest, the fastest? And sometimes it's not always the best way to do it. So what we've found is having a support network, a group of people and friends that like to work together, that will support you and you support them back, really is important, especially when it comes to having a lasting effect. It's one thing to just achieve the immediate goal, and it's another thing to thrive and be successful. So what we really want is for everyone to be successful. So make sure that you interact, and you will find a treasure trove of creative people out there. Creative people, arts and crafts, fishing. I watch Charlene fish all the time. So but yeah, that's kind of my spiel on it. But make sure you stay active with each other. That's the important part.
Thank you, Charles, Payline Slot Channel. Another great channel that you guys all need to check out. Sent a $5 super chat. Happy birthday, Dave. Thank you very much, Charles. I very much appreciate that. And thank you always for helping mod the chats, and always are faithful to we're both faithful to each other between our lives and help each other out. So thank you always for being here. Appreciate that very much.
Krasta wants to know if there's no more PPAP. Actually, Krasta, we did run into an issue with Chief Turtlehawk Sr., and Chief Turtlehawk Sr. will only allow PPAP to be the noise associated on Chief Turtlehawk Studios. So since we're on Sizzling Slot Jackpots, we couldn't get Chief Turtlehawk Sr. to budge. He said, nope, you have to come up with your own sound. So for now, we're still in the works to get Sizzling Slots going with that, but Chief Turtlehawk will allow it on his. All right.
Thank you to FK. Send us $2 super chat. Happy birthday, bro. Also, another great supporter, Charlene, Indiana Fishing and Gambling, is in the house. Sends a $5 super chat also. Happy birthday, Dave. Thank you all so much for the birthday wishes. I think I've received more birthday wishes in one day than I have in my lifetime. So
look at Charlene's badge.
And Charlene has her new badge up. Thank you for showing that off.
I will say that there's been 2 badges besides Sizzling Slots and myself, which were grandfathered into a badge. We've given out 2 badges so far for amazing YouTube supporters, and that goes to Jen's Universe and to Charlene, Indiana Fishing and Gambling. Those are the 2 badges we've given out so far, because they are supporting so many people, and they know people by name. I see Charlene in all these different live streams. She's got more moderatorships than I do, and she's kind of the one that really showed me what it means to be a good network supporter, a good person to have, you know, helping you along and showing you the way. So I definitely appreciate Charlene and Jen's Universe both sporting their original creator supporter badges. Hopefully we'll be able to give out some more soon. I'm hoping. We are going to try to give out more badges. But what we like to see is we like to see people who are in the chat. We like to see people who are participating not only in our chats, but participating in other live streams, helping be that supporter. People who have their established channel buddies, and you know they're involved. You know, it's kind of like one of those Girl Scout badges. You have to play the part and you have to be involved, and that's hopefully we can get some more badges out there. I would love, you know, if people want to submit, you can go to facebook.com/ChiefTurtleHawk, and you can submit your application for the badge and just say, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is what I do, and can I get a badge? And we'll do it on the next stream. We'll review some of those and kind of talk with people. So yeah.
I'd like to just interrupt, since you're still presenting my my balloons and myself. Yes. Yeah, anytime if you are hold on, we got another super chat here. I'll take that slot channel. Thank you, Chris. He says, happy 21st birthday, Dave. I don't know how you found out, but thank you. I can now go to the casino, and I can now legally play slot machines.
Now, I said earlier his real age is 110. He's going to win the Guinness Book of Records for oldest person alive.
But no, what I wanted to say was we got 75 people watching right now, and all you got to do is when you're in other live streams, when you're in other chats, let other people know that check out our channel, Sizzling Slot Jackpots and Chief Turtlehawk's channel, because we're going to rotate back and forth each week to do our SYSN live. And yeah, anytime you're in other chats, just kind of kindly let people know, there's other avenues that you can partake in. And, we're glad to have everyone on our special day. And if we need to add another day, we can always think of that. But for now, we're going to plan on every Sunday. And we're going to go next week, be on Chief Turtlehawk's channel. In the chat, I have Nightbot giving out the links. So be sure to watch for those channels. We also created a new channel, which is the name of our channel here, Small YouTube Support Network. So I have the link in there. Be sure to blast that channel away. So in the future, we'd like to move over to that channel and do our lives on that as well. So, but in the meantime, we're going to be using these two channels to put on our show with you guys. So we got a few super chats we missed. Thank you to Tom K, always another supporter on my channel. Sends a $1 super chat. Thank you very much for always joining. Also, Crazy Carl sends $2. Says, no badge for me. I'm sad. Baby, next time, super badge.
Oh, Crazy Carl wants a super chat badge.
Yes. Well, thank you, Crazy Carl. Thank you again, everyone joining. If you have not hit that thumbs up button, we appreciate extra thumbs up tonight. But we're going to stay on as long as we can with you guys tonight. And like I said before, it's a growing community. So it not only has to, not only slot channels, but any other channels that you are active on. Maybe let them know what's going on, and we can network out and get more people as a community together here and have a good time. And whether you share it on your Facebook or Snapchat or whatever social media you use. It always is great if you could share our live here with other people, and the more people, the better the show will be. As far as if anyone is calling or texting in anything at the moment, I'm just having a technical difficulty with that, but that'll be up and running shortly. So we're not ignoring anyone. I forgot that the device I had it set up on, I'm currently using for my video, so I'm going to have to regroup here for a moment, but we'll be up and running with that shortly. So I'm not ignoring anyone or missing anyone's questions.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was going to say, Cherry put in some interesting comments. She said, interacting is, where did it go? Interacting also includes speaking to your viewers in the chat. The viewer takes the time to watch videos and comment. So they want that interaction. So as we look at this, we'd like to say, and thank you, Sherry, for putting that in there. We want to definitely think about when you're doing your live streams, just like when we do ours, when you do yours. And it's something that I've had to work on a lot. I used to get a lot of crap for it, and I'm not the best still, but I'm still trying. But it's interacting with the chat more, because all this chat's going on, but nobody is looking at it when they're doing their live stream. So it gets harder the more people you have on as you start talking amongst the actual people on the panel. But it is important to keep an eye on that. So if you're doing live streams, and I know some people are excellent at the chat, if you have any tips or tricks on what you do or what you did to try to get better at doing that, that's would be great to hear from anybody. So go ahead and put it in the chat, or you can send it in and we can talk about it. So
we have one of our good viewers, Wayne Brown, in the chat. I just came across his message. I'm trying to read the chat here, but he says, Dave, of all the things you could do on your birthday, you do this for us. You are a good man and even better person. Thank you, with the peace sign. So thank you, Wayne Brown, for the kind words. I actually, we had this planned last week, and I really didn't even realize my birthday was, I knew when my birthday was, but I kind of forgot, that it was on the same day we have planned. But all is all well. I had a great weekend, and I'm glad to be here with everyone. And thank you all for joining. And again, thank you for all the birthday wishes. And thank you, Chief, for my birthday streamer on the screen. I was going to ask you if we could put something on there, but I didn't want to make it about me, so I didn't say that. But
well,
I appreciate
I wanted to make it a surprise.
Oh, it was a surprise.
And I'm glad that I found a way to do it with no background, so that way it didn't chop off the top part of your head. So that's good. It looks like Bonsai's in the Daily Showers. Let's just do a little read down about some of the people in the chat here. We got A and B Slot Channel. I'll put myself back on for a minute and then we'll switch off. 1965 Beans, how you doing? Thanks for coming. NorCal, thanks again for the super chat. Wonderful. Vitz Hit Slots, thanks for joining the Daily Showers. Lucky Lupe. Jen's Universe is in there. Vic T, not just another Vegas doll. Blackberry Thistle, Wayne Brown again. Thank you. Bonsai. Lady Di Slots, thank you for joining. May Corey, thanks for joining. I'll take that slot channel slotting around. Nightbot, of course. Thank you, Nightbot. And thanks to all the moderators in here. You guys do great work, and thanks for paying attention and helping out with everything. Rita Walker, Crazy Carl, Elvis Corvette Slots, Charlene, Indiana Fishing and Gambling. And we got a bunch. Penny Pincher. We got so many. I can't go all the way up because it keeps kicking me down to the bottom, but thank you to everyone else that's in the slot or in the chat. If I missed you, I will try to catch you. I like that Tab. I see Tab's giving some martinis. Geeks, Ectoplasm, thanks for joining. You guys have great live streams as well. So I'm sure I missed a whole bunch, but thank you all for joining. Oh, yes. Okay, so what do you want? Let's talk about channel buddies. Did you have anything else before we move to channel buddies?
No, I'm just gonna. I added Charlene as an additional moderator. She is always very active between all of our live streams. She has her new badge up, and she is our moderator on the channel. So thank you, Charlene, and.
I can't forget
that's
Mackenzie.
All I have before the channel buddies.
I forgot Mackenzie. Mackenzie, thanks for joining. Vic T,
oh,
thanks.
You missed someone.
Claudia S. Yep. Sorry. I'm so glad, Charlene. That's so good, Charlene. Congratulations. Charlene has more wrenches than I have ever had in my entire life.
And I got my wrench back from her today. Mine was deleted when I believe she had to redo some of her staffing over in her office over there. But thank you also for making me a moderator on your channel as well again. So appreciate that. I do have messages that are downloading here coming in. So we can get to those a little later. So we can get to talk about the channel buddies.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You got a super chat from C-Dubs.
Yes, just saw that come across here. C-Dubs Journey, thank you. Sent a $5 super chat. No message with it, but thank you for supporting the channel, and thank you for joining us tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you.
Okay, can I just say something? Charlene has never made me a moderator on her channel. Ever. Like, never once. So how did you become a moderator on her channel?
Well, I was one prior. And she had a problem, I believe, with something happened, I think, or I'm not sure what it was, but she had revamped her staffing of the moderators. I think she had maybe just too many of them. And Jen got to keep hers, and
Jen
I lost
has
mine,
one too?
and I felt bummed out about it.
You both have one? I guarantee
am I spilling the beans?
I guarantee you Charlene likes me better than both y'all. And how do you guys...
Well,
maybe she doesn't want. Maybe she doesn't want me to have to work when I'm in her chat. Maybe she wants me to be like the prince position.
Charles says, "Do not give him a wrench." Grin. No, it was funny because there was one day I went in Charlene's. I typed into the chat and I didn't see my wrench anymore, and I felt like I was heartbroken. And then she had told me what happened. So then I went and logged in with Jen's account. And the wrench was still there, and then she's like, "Oh, hi, Jen." It's like, "Oh no, it's still me, but I found another way around the wrench." So,
Charlene says that I don't get a wrench because I'm always pooping. Well, that's true, Charlene, because I don't want to get poop particles on the phone, so I do not watch live streams or videos while I'm pooping. I have to leave the phone out of the bathroom. What goes in the bathroom only comes out in the trash can, besides my body. And then I take a shower. So I'm either in the shower or pooping.
If you want to present yourself again real quick, I'm gonna if you want to talk about the channel buddies, I'm gonna go grab my bags here. I want to share everyone my presents I got today.
Your what?
When I come back.
What are you grabbing?
I'm gonna grab my bag of presents today. I want to just show what Jen and my mom got me for my birthday.
Okay, you go do that.
So you can take the floor.
I'll take the floor. Hey Renee, how you doing? Welcome in. Nora S, how you doing? Claudia. Actually, the moderator, the wrench comes when you become a moderator. Moderator is extra responsibility. Oh, look at this. This is the badge here. So let me turn off the happy birthday. So at the top you have original creator, and at the bottom you have supporter. So that shows, I wanted to encompass everything that we had, because not only are we creators, but we're also supporters. So that's how we designed the badge. It's pretty simple, so it can still fit as your logo, with your logo in the middle. So it looks pretty good. But to be the moderator, just chosen by each channel. And I don't know. You have to work when you're in the chat. You have to see if there's something bad said. You have to delete it, or you have to time someone out. It's like you're like the hall pass monitor. So there's a lot of responsibility that comes to it. Charlene doesn't feel that I can do that responsibly in her chat because I'm always pooping. So it is the Pooping Support Network, as Tab says. FK, no, it did not replace that. I can give a little introduction again. SYSN Live is the second brainchild of the group here. And Sunday nights is when we debut this. Charles, I'll have to get you that offline. As a second show we're debuting, and this one's more, it's a little different. Three Brothers is a group talk show. This one is more of a support network for bringing people in. So hopefully Three Brothers will be coming back very soon. We have a lot of work to do on it. As far as the OBS work, there's a lot of development work on the graphics side and trying to get it to run properly. We have a lot of work to do on the phone number side to get the phone to link through. There's a lot of stuff that we don't have the capacity yet. So hopefully that'll be coming back soon, and then we'll have 2 shows, if not more. So we have several more in the pipeline. We're not ready for them yet. So Mackenzie says, my mom wants to know why your name is Chief Turtlehawk. Please explain. That's my name. I don't know. Why is your name Mackenzie? I don't know. That's the name I was given. So I see a lot of people blasting people in there. I think that we were going to talk a little bit about channel buddies. So, hey Francis, how you doing? House of Spirits and Kitties, thanks for joining. Tiffany, thanks for joining. So basically, a channel buddy is like a battle buddy. So if you know what a battle buddy is, a channel buddy is very similar to a battle buddy. And when I think about a channel buddy, I think about someone who I can create with, someone who can help explain things that they might know better. Like my channel buddy is Sizzling Slot Jackpots, and he's taught me a lot about how to write a title. I thought, oh, just put whatever title in there, doesn't matter. Well, apparently there's a lot behind it. Same thing with tags. I used to just put a bunch of random tags in there that didn't mean anything because it was something I was going to talk about, but it didn't match anything. So, or they didn't make sense. Or the descriptions are crazy. So I've learned a lot through my channel buddy that way. And then in turn, I try to help with graphics and other things that I'm good at, and then try to build each other up. So we're really trying to build each other up. But the good thing is too, is when I start to slack off a little bit, my channel buddy can say, hey, you need to get some more content out there. Hey, you need to get on and talk to everybody. So it's really kind of that accountability partner and education partner to help support your growth within doing YouTube content. So I told everybody before that I would like to have you bring your channel buddy. It's bring your channel buddy to work day, and here's work day. So I hope you have your channel buddy. If you have not, okay, if you don't have a channel buddy, that's okay. I'm sure there's a lot of people in the chat that don't have channel buddies yet. So go ahead and just say, you know, hey, I don't have a channel buddy. Or if you see someone in the chat that you really like what they're doing, and you know, maybe it looks good, maybe the content's good, definitely say, hey, yeah, would you be interested in being my channel buddy? So it's kind of a work in progress. It's kind of like speed dating a little bit. It's kind of like, you know, Tinder. You know, you're just kind of going through there and finding who you really work well with. So keep blasting everybody. We'll come back to channel buddies a little later to see if anybody is new channel buddies. We want to recognize that. Or existing channel buddies, we want to recognize that. So keep blasting away. We're going to switch over to Sizzling Slot Jackpots, who is going to share his birthday presents with us. and we will pick one winner to receive one of them. No, I'm just kidding. No, we're not doing that. But he's going to show us his birthday presents. Let me put his happy birthday back up. There we go.
Oh, you took my happy birthday?
Yeah, because I was explaining the logo and it was covering up half of it.
Oh, let me grab all my stuff. Might be rattling around here for a second.
And don't forget, while he's getting ready, don't forget, if you haven't blasted Chief Turtlehawk yet, I'm going to type something in the chat. Make sure you blast me and turn on those notifications, because next week we'll have the SYSN live show on my channel. And so if you're not subscribed and have notifications on, you're going to have a hard time finding that. So make sure you subscribe. And, you know, there's 3 of us here at Chief Turtlehawk Studios. We have Chief Turtlehawk Sr., who does her late night stuff with his fancy getup. And then we have Chief Turtlehawk Jr., who comes, you know, direct from summer camp for us. And then we have me, boring old Chief Turtlehawk, in the middle. And I come on, you know, randomly at Chili's or on the SYSN network. So there's always some different stuff happening on Chief Turtlehawk channel. So that's my little advertisement pitch for it. But make sure you've subscribed and blasted me away, so that way you can turn on those notifications, because as we go back and forth, you may forget. If you miss one week, you may forget whose channel it's on the next week. So that way you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so back to you.
I thought it was funny. Tom K says, "Please unblast me, Vic. I don't upload anything."
Oh, you know what I was going to say too is sometimes there's supporters that just watch videos. So I was a supporter who just watched videos for a long time before I started making videos, and I would just and I didn't have any content, so I didn't have any subscribers. So
yeah.
So hopefully, you know, if you're going to blast someone and they don't have any videos, there's no need to blast them. They're a great supporter, but there's no need to blast them, because remember, the key about blasting is you have to stay active. So how are you going to stay active with someone who not necessarily has any videos? So you want to really make sure that you're doing that correctly. So so check that out. And not everybody in here has videos, but some do.
And also I want to give a shout out to Vitz Hits Slots is in the chat. So if you have not checked out that channel, make sure you do so. And I see Slot Raiders in the house. I'll take that slot channel is still here. We got a lot of great people still here that were here in the beginning. So thank you. Going on almost an hour live here already. So thank you, everyone, for sticking it out. I got a few items here I'll share with you. I got 2 pairs of nice dress socks, because I have a shortage of dress socks, because when I do dress up, I have to scramble to find that one pair and make sure they're actually washed. So I have plenty of dress socks now, so I should not have that problem. I'm good to go out at least 3 more times without having to wash these. So I got dress socks. I got some junk food here. We got Snickers, Mr. Goodbar, which is my favorite candy.
Yeah. Are those the ones with the peanuts in them?
Yeah, these are with peanuts.
Oh,
Mr.
I love
Goodbar.
those. Those are good.
We got some Reese's, and we got some sour gummies.
All right. Well, somebody gave you.
It takes care of the candy. Then I have my wife, my son, and my mother all gave me plenty of cards.
Oh wow!
I even some lottery tickets from my mom. So if after tonight I needed to check and see if my numbers came in.
All right. Scratch tickets or just like Powerball tickets?
No, the Super Cash Powerball ticket. We got all the numbers. And then I thought this was gonna be. What do you guys think's in this bag? Anyone want to guess? I thought this was gonna be something much different than what was inside. It's very light.
I would say popcorn.
You know, it is a food, but I did not suspect it to be food. And just what I need. I need a package of chocolate chip cookies with a bow on them.
It looks like somebody was trying to give you diabetes for your birthday.
Yeah,
I mean, I've never seen that much candy.
The final present, which I was going to try to get in use for tonight, but I was unable to get to it, were these. You guys can see those.
Oh, some power beats? Are those...
I got some power beats, wireless earphones with microphone, I guess. So
nice.
These will come in handy.
Heck yeah.
When I'm anywhere, I guess. So thank you to my my loving family for this unexpected little gift. I asked for nothing, and I got a bunch of junk food and some beats. So, and I got a great display of the balloons, as you guys can see.
I really like that first one, the comic book one.
The what?
The comic book balloon. I really like that one.
Oh, yes. So many different ones. But that's what I got, and
I really wish you could have had the headphones, because it kind of would make you look like Britney Spears.
Oh, if I had, or like a Secret Service agent maybe, or something with the earpieces in?
I like Britney Spears better.
You like Britney Spears better?
A lot of the chat was upset that you didn't get a thong for your birthday.
That I didn't get a what?
A thong. Thong underwear.
I thought you said phone.
No, a thong.
Oh, well, maybe next year. Not on my list of gifts that I need. So.
Well, I'll get you one.
I do have a question here. If you want, should we go to the question?
Yeah, let's go to the question lines. Don't forget, everybody, if you want to send a question, you can text it in at 414-616-SYSN, or you can email to livesysn@gmail.com. Your question, comments, suggestions. Maybe you just want to shoot the beep. Yeah. We're not doing calls, are we, right now? We're just doing text, or are we doing calls?
The text, yeah, because we're just going to do it the text and the email. We have a bunch of texts. We got about 8 texts that just basically just say happy birthday, congratulations on your birthday. So thank you for all of you who sent in the birthday wishes. I don't know who you are because they're just from phone numbers, and none of them said who they're from. So thank you for all the birthday wishes on the text message phone number. We have a question here from, actually, it was from Brittany.
Britney Spears?
Speaking of Brittany. And the question basically was asking, what do you prefer to live stream on, a mobile device or a computer, and what are the reasons why?
First of all, let me say hi to Kelly, Mackenzie's mom. Hi, Kelly. But Brittany, I prefer to do it here at Chief Turtlehawk Studios because A, I have a microphone, B, I have a webcam that's on a little stand thing, so it's like really on there, and I can have like the window up, and I can have the chat window up, and I can also like look something up. So I kind of like to do it at home. Now, a couple days ago, I went on live at Chili's to remind people of this show. I used my phone on the YouTube live, and it was cool because it has all those great filters on it. So, you could have the disco lights, and it has some extra effect that I like. The sound wasn't as good because I was using my headphones.
I'm Ron Burgundy, and this is what's happening in your world tonight.
Thank you for subscribing to Chief Turtlehawk. Thank you. But the sound wasn't the best, and I kept forgetting to hold it because I'm used to having the camera stationary on the desk. So no matter what I'm doing, it's still there when I sit back up. And I kept finding myself like lowering it, like looking at the ceiling. So I think, oh, you saw, Tab saw the garlic bread filter. Yes, that was my dinner, 4 slices of garlic toast. But that's kind of what I like doing. Now, a whole nother story it gets into is what software do I like using. I used to use just the Google Hangouts and do the live versions from there. But I couldn't be as creative because I like to be real creative with the backgrounds and all the scrollers and stuff. So I started using OBS. And although OBS has a mobile piece to it, I'm not really versed in that. So definitely if I'm using OBS, I have to be in the studios on my computer. But it is on my laptop, so when I go remote, if I go to another town or I'm on a trip, I can always take Chief Turtlehawk Studios with me. So I hope that answers the question.
Before I give my answer, I am going to not wait for Nightbot at the moment. So for the 63 people that are watching, if let's say only half of you are on Chief's channel, make sure you are on Chief's channel, because next week's show is going to be moving to his channel. So I'm going to put his link right now in the chat. So if we could get anyone who is not with Chief to get on board with him right now, and we can make his notification message blow up on his end and shut his computer down. Let's give it a try. I'm going to put the link in right now.
Great. It's going to start smoking.
I put it in there twice, back to back, in case you missed it. So make sure you just take a second to click that, blast him away, and turn your little bell on. So then next week, when we do our second episode, you will be notified if you are not planning on being there, and that you'll be notified to come on in and join us for week 2. And as far as my answer goes, Brittany, I typically use my my iPhone 8 Plus phone for my live streams, and that usually works out great for me. If I'm at the casino or if I'm at home, wherever I'm at, I usually use my iPhone. It does great video quality. I never have any issues with the audio or any. The YouTube app for a while had an issue where it was shutting down. But I believe they have fixed that since then. I've had no problems the last few months. And if I am going to be at home, I do use my my laptop with the webcam, and that allows me to chat with everyone a lot quicker than using the keypad on the phone. But yeah, if you're going to be going live just by yourself, you don't really need to use the Hangouts. You can just
Good evening. I'm Ron Burgundy, and this is what's happening in your world tonight.
There you go.
See, there you go. Thanks for the subscription to
There
Chief
you go.
Turtlehawk. You asked for it.
You can go live right from the YouTube app, so you don't have to deal with Hangouts. Because I know that we could probably have a whole episode on just how to use Google Hangouts. Because I remember the first time I used it, it took me hours to figure it out, and it was just a disaster. So that's probably another episode going over how to use just Google Hangouts if you want to have additional people join your live. Mm-hmm. Because the first time you do it, it was very hard for me. And I'm very good with electronics and computer stuff. So if it took me a long time to do it, someone that maybe isn't as experienced with technology might have even a harder problem trying to do it.
Like this guy.
Chief included. But, so yeah, I guess it's 50-50 for me. I'd say, actually it's not 50-50 for me. I'd say it's probably 80-20. 80% of the time, I use the iPhone, and the rest of the time I'll actually log onto the Mac or the Windows computer to do so. So good question, Brittany. Thank you for texting that in.
You know what kind of stems off of that just a smidge that I want to let everyone know is it also depends on what equipment you have, and you don't have to have any kind of special equipment. You just have to have a computer or a phone or a tablet or something. You can make it work. So if it's something that you have extra equipment or you want to get extra equipment, you can always ask us. We can give you some tips on other, how to go, how to do it with your additional equipment. But you for sure, if all you have is a phone, I only did my phone for the first, 3 or 4 months. It was me and my cell phone. That was it. And I had a computer. And so I would just watch the chat on my computer, and I'd have Hangouts going on my cell phone. So it's definitely doable with just the minimal amount of equipment. But if you're looking at doing something that you want to expand or something like that, you can always ask, kind of what we do. And maybe one of these days we could do a tour of our studio and just say, this is kind of how we put it together. I have one monitor here that's connected to my laptop that I bought in like 2000. It's this really heavy, and it's about 150 degrees right now. It's an old LCD Dell monitor. But I still use it because I didn't want to go buy another monitor. So it still works fine. So I've kind of ramshackled all of my stuff together. And but you can definitely do phones. The phone quality is so good. The cameras and the quality output, they're so good.
Yeah,
so,
before I got the iPhone 8 Plus around Christmas time, I was using the Galaxy Note 3. Actually, that's an older Note too.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're on like 8 now. So it's a very older model, and that one never let me down either. For being an older phone, the quality was just as good as the iPhone 8 from my perspective. But when I did switch from to that phone to the iPhone, it was a whole nother learning process because I never used the iPhone ever until December. Right. But I do like the iPhone now, but I guess for now I'll stay with the iPhone. But I do like the Android because I had a lot more flexibility with different things versus with Apple's everything through the App Store. But like with my Android phone, I was able to just put a bunch of music on my memory card and then just put it in my phone, and you can do that. Well, with the iPhone, you have to buy it through iTunes, or there's other ways you have to do it. So it's got its pros and cons.
Well, I will say, don't be discouraged no matter what equipment you have. As long as you have something that can record and you can start getting content, or something that is capable of live streaming, that's the better than anything place to start. And then from there you can kind of go a little more. If you go back and look at my live streams from November, they didn't have all of this scrollers and stuff on it. It was just me and Hangouts. And it's just something that as you go, you kind of learn. And that's what we want the support network to be. As you go, you'll learn new things. You can ask questions. I can try to help where I can. Sizzling can help where he can. Everyone in the chat, all 54 people, can help where they can. And we can help together get us to that next level, that elevation level. So,
there's so much with the YouTube, me starting with, uploading last June. From when I look back at my first couple of videos I put up there compared to now, just with the titles and the thumbnails and the descriptions, how I've changed through those months and how I've learned different things and how I'm still learning, because there's always ways to improve. There's always ways to do things different. There's always ways to, make better titles or better descriptions, better, how to make your tags match your titles. And also, the most important thing is your thumbnail. You don't want to really deceive anybody with your thumbnail, but you want to have a thumbnail that is eye-catching and it makes that person want to see that part of that video. So if you have a thumbnail that's just of the floor, that YouTube sometimes will select the thumbnail for you. And if you don't like any of the thumbnails they select for you, if you don't know how to make your own thumbnail, you're going to be stuck with a really bad thumbnail. So if you don't know how to do that, that's where you need to learn, how you can take a clip from your video, turn it into a thumbnail. If you want to add some text to it, add a picture or a banner, which is what I do. I use a template for every thumbnail I make. I'm kind of behind on some of my thumbnails because I've had a lot of lives recently where I haven't been able to go back in there and change the thumbnails. But I try to make them all look universal. I have my logo in the top corners. It says YouTube on the top of the thumbnail, and then below it is going to be like a red bar, and then I have the actual image of a clip of what's in that video. So yeah, that's another important thing is your thumbnails.
What about fingernails? Are they important or just the thumbnails?
Just the thumbnails.
Thumbs up, 2 thumbnails, 2 thumbs up. I have 4 on each side extra fingernails that I have nothing to do with. But yeah, I'm the same way. My thumbnails are, you know, they're not. They've gotten a lot better, and that's because people have said, hey, why don't you do it this way? Hey, why don't you add this on there? And then I can kind of see, okay, I see where this is going, you know, so then each time I try to add some of that stuff on there. So I've gotten a little better at it. At first, you know, what I was doing, stuff was too small on there. And so when you look at it at a glance, it's hard to see it because the text is too small. So now I keep it short and simple, and I put like gigantic letters on there, so that way it kind of stands out a little more. So that's one thing I've been learning. So
shout out to Windy City Frenzy in the chat. Happy birthday, Sizzling. Well, thank you for joining. I hope you had a great trip in Vegas last week. I got to catch you on some of your lives from the strip and from the casino. So hope you had a great trip, and thank you for joining us tonight. And then for those of you that may have just joined, if you are not familiar with what's going on, if you want to start finding some other avenues, other channels, other people that you want to meet in the chat, if you join their channel, let them know. Just tell them that you blasted them or you sent them a blast. However you want to use it, use the word blast instead of using this sub word, so it doesn't get hit a spam. And yeah, go ahead, meet new people and check out other people's channels, like them, comment on them, and we hope to see you back next Sunday, everyone, on Chief Turtlehawk's channel. So if you are not already on his channel, just take a quick second to do so. I'm going to put that link one more time in there. I'm going to beat Nightbot to it, and make sure you check out Chief Turtlehawk.
Okay, that kind of sounded like you were done for the day.
Yeah, I didn't mean it to sound that way.
Okay, it kind of sounded like you were like...
Really?
It was kind of like, oh, in closing, I'm going to say one more time, I'm going to put this in there. We're not going anywhere, y'all. Just to let you know.
Oh, did I scare everyone in the chat?
Yeah, everyone's thought that you were ending it, but I think it was a semantics issue. It's okay. We're not going anywhere. So
you're staying put.
So I want to welcome. I think I saw Anna. Anna is in the house, and so is Rosemary. Hey, Rosemary. Van City Slots is in. So thank you all for joining. Oh, GSXR is in. Thank you for joining. Let's see. All right. So what was I going to say? Oh, I think we were done with our thing. Someone asked something about creating thumbnails, and I know that you can do it in, they had mentioned Microsoft Word. You probably use Paint. I use Photoshop. There are some free onlines like canva.com, C-A-N-V-A. I think it's a membership, but they have some free options. See you, Not Just Another Vegas Doll. Thanks for joining. I think they have some other options on there that are free. Some of them are premium, but that's a good place. And they already have everything sized. They help you have the layout kind of down, so you just have to replace the text. So that's another way to do it. And then so is Microsoft or Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator. So there's a lot of tools for it. It's just finding some of those. But Dion to Slot, I would check out Canva, canva.com, and see if there's anything on there that you might that might work for you, because that's what I use a lot. It's really easy. So Tom K says, I am all for supporting small YouTube channels, but how are you guys planning on bringing more people in?
Well, that's a great question. There's been quite a few new chats that I have joined recently, and I have met some new channels and new people, and they have been shouting out my channel name. So now for next week, you know, we're going to be letting them know about Chief's channel, and it's just going to be, you know, we got to start from the ground and work our way up. And I think we had a great start tonight for everyone that was made aware of this. I didn't really have the event planned ahead of time on YouTube, but that is something that we can also do too, is we can schedule an event a little earlier, and that'll be in the news feed or the subscription feed for everyone. But yeah, we plan on you know, having more of our links shared through Facebook. We have a lot of other groups that we're parts of, and same with Jen. I have Jen throwing the link out there, and a lot of other avenues that she is involved with. And between all of us and all the viewers, I think, you know, if we let everyone know about it, we're gonna expand very quickly to get more people coming in.
Van City Slot says, I feel like we were playing Battleship. Do you have any new things on there?
Yeah.
Or I haven't checked the Gmail, the live SYSN.
Yeah. Yeah, let me get one here.
Hey, Windy City Frenzy, how you doing? Welcome in. Vitz Hit Slots says, we need to spread the word. That's exactly right. Spread the word, and hopefully we'll get some more people sporting the badges that are over here. The original creator supporter badge. So we're just trying to create the support network, and I like networking, and so does Sizzling Slots, and so does Jen's Universe, so does Charlene. All 4 badge holders so far love networking.
Yeah, and a lot of the other support channels that have come across, there's typically, you know, usually anywhere from 5 to 15 people at any given time in there communicating with each other. So we already are way ahead of that number on our first live here, and there's a few other ones that I've seen, you know, hit around 80 or 90 people, and I think for our first night, I mean, we had I think 78 for we peaked at for viewers at one time. So we're definitely going to have, you know, the same amount and more for future lives. We do have another super chat, Tom K, $1. Thank you, Tom, again. But yeah, I have another question here. Let me pull this back up. This one is from AAH74. I'm not sure if I saw you in the chat or not, but thank you, AAH74. And they ask, what is a recommended video length time? So I think what they're asking is, what do we recommend your video length to be for a YouTube video? So it all depends on
what your goal is.
Yeah. So there's some video clips that may be a 30-second clip of something goofy. You might have a video clip that is 5 minutes of how to make a quick pasta dish, and then you might have a video that could be 20 minutes long, and that could be a 20-minute bonus on a slot machine. So it depends on what your content is and what you're trying to share to the end user of your video. Also, if you are monetized and you are monetizing your videos, YouTube typically wants you to have a video 10 minutes or more in length where you can add ad breaks. And an ad break is where you can, you know, if you're watching a video for 3 minutes and you put an ad break there, so once that person gets to 3 minutes and you have like a cliffhanger, what's going to happen next, you throw an ad there. You can't do that if your video is only 5 minutes long. So it depends on if you're monetized or not as well, if you're looking at the monetization end of it. But if you're just a new YouTuber starting out and you want to, you know, get some videos on there, I don't really think the video length or the time length matters, but what matters is going to be your your title, your thumbnail, your description, and of course your video. Windy City Frenzy, thank you very much. Send a $10 super chat. Happy birthday. You're so kind. Thank you very much for the birthday wishes. I got just under 2 hours left until my birthday is over in my time zone.
Oh, thank God he'll stop milking it then. Well,
there's people I know that they call it their birthday week.
Oh.
And they like celebrate the whole birthday for the whole week. So, are you one of them? Why are you smiling?
No, I've been celebrating this whole week with you.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to say, another thing too to think about with your video links is it depends on what your goals are. So if you want to put out content that, you just want some people to watch and it's something funny that happened with a dog, like if my dog caught a Frisbee, I would be ecstatic and probably put a 30-second clip on YouTube because there's no way in heck he's ever going to catch a Frisbee. But a lot of people right now, their goal is to ultimately be able to monetize videos. And now that the monetization has changed to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, that's changed a little bit on how do you get to 4,000 watch hours. It's very hard to get there with 30-second, 1 minute, 5 minute videos. It's very hard to get to 4,000 watch hours because you need a lot of people to watch those short videos. So a lot of people that I've talked to have started to do longer live streams, or they've done longer videos such as top 10 videos where they took 10 of their best videos and put them together, or kind of compiled some, and that way it gives it a little bit of a longer watch time. It gives it a little bit of an easier way to reach that 4,000 mark, where shorter videos wouldn't get you there. So I think that really your outcome is, if you're monetized already and you're looking at how to maximize that, that's not my department because I'm not monetized yet. That would be Sizzling Slot's department. For me, I'm into trying to reach that 4,000 hour point. And so for me, longer, 2-3 hour live shows or longer videos. I don't know if I could make a 3-hour video. That would be really long if I didn't do it live. But those longer videos give you a quicker avenue to try to reach that 4,000 view hour checkpoint. So kind of just think about where you're at, what your goal is in the immediate future, and that kind of gives you an idea of how you want your videos to be.
Yeah, just like with my wife, with her channel, with Jen's Universe. Now she's well over the subscriber mark. I think she's approaching 1,400 or 1,400 already. But now she is lacking lots of hours. So my suggestion to her was to continue her uploads of her vlog videos, which helps. But more importantly, same with what you always have done, Chief, was your live streams. You get a good following of people that are gonna enjoy talking with you and watching your video live. The few lives that Jen had this week, she had anywhere from 20 to 35 people in those lives at any given time, and that really helps you start building up your watch hours that way. Right. Yeah.
No, that's my thought was when I started. I thought, okay, 1,000 subscribers shouldn't be very hard to do, which it turned out to be very hard to do. But I thought, okay, how am I going to reach 4,000 hours? That's like, what, 250,000 watch minutes or something like that? And when you only have 200 or 300 subscribers, it's really hard because you're getting an average of 50 to 100 views per video. And if I were putting out 10-minute videos, even if someone watched the entire 10 minutes of it, 100 views, that's not chipping away very fast at it. So on my live streams, some of my live streams, my longest one was 8 hours long. And it allowed more people to interact with it live that were new, that may have found it through recommendations or through the search. And I met a lot of new people that way. But it allowed me to obtain a lot more hours. So, I have to remember, yeah, 4,000 hours is crazy. But I have to remember too, you know, a lot of people that are a part of the support network, they may have 50 to 100 subscribers. They may be just starting out on their path, and for that, it is not. It's very hard. So, Slot Traveler gave some advice there. People should post. For the most part, the algorithm will get to know your pattern, post, and potentially get a viral video. So that is true. So posting is, I mean, you have to post. You have to post regularly.
Yeah,
and
that's right. I mentioned before when I had in December, when I really took that kind of like, I took the whole month off and really wasn't too active on YouTube, and that really hurt my views and hurt. You know, I'm still trying to get back to where I was with the pattern of people that were watching my videos, and the subscriber count, you know, had decreased for a while because I stopped doing regular uploads. And I think, yeah, what Manny said is correct. Once you get on a certain pattern with uploading, you know, certain days of the week and certain times, it's going to be looking for those videos, you know, every week. So you want to get on a set pattern. So you need to have your content ready to keep up with it.
Well, I heard, you know, it's funny that, you know, I don't know a lot about the algorithm, so hopefully we can get some people that are in this, you know, everyone that's in the chat right now is part of the support network. So I have about 1% knowledge of YouTube, and I have 99% to learn still. I'm just telling you from my experience what I have tried to do. So I'm hoping that the people in the chat can help, just like Slot Traveler did, can help share their experiences, because some people have larger channels. They've seen, you know, they've been through at school a hard knock style trying to get everything right. So I appreciate Slot Traveler for sharing that. But, you know, I was watching a live stream the other day with the small YouTuber army with Gambling Joker, and they were talking about posting frequency and things like that in the algorithm. And to me, that's still above my head. I'm still learning kind of how the algorithm works. And I was reading some articles on it, and it was talking about how originally it was, you know, make sure you post like once every 2 weeks or once a month or something. And then slowly the algorithm developed to where you have to post at least once a week. And then it started to be post a couple times a week. And then now, you know, some people feel that you have to post 3, 4, 5 times a week. So there's still a lot to be learned by me as far as the algorithm. But what I have to get better at is posting regularly. I do live streams several times a week, but it's never the same day. It's never. This is the first structured show that I've been on, the Three Brothers show and this show, that had a time slot, you know, that were planned into a time slot. Otherwise, I was just doing it by the fly seat of my pants. And
yeah,
it's something that I've had people help me, and Slot Traveler is one of those people that helped me, trying to figure out different things to do regular postings. And it's hard for me because I don't have any of the content right now, so I have to film the content, edit it. And as these weekly live shows come on, sometimes I get behind on that. So hopefully I can start doing that, so where I can also try it out and try to post regularly, maybe a couple times a week, which I'm hoping helps a lot too. So
I'll take that. Slot Channels asks, wouldn't it be helpful to Jen's universe if you did a show like this on her channel? ?
What was it? I didn't hear it, everything.
The question was, wouldn't it be helpful to Jen's universe to do a show like this on her channel? So I don't know if he means instead of doing it on our channels.
No, I think maybe she does something as well where she goes live regularly.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, and I understand, and I think that Dion and Slot Traveler kind of got some good banter going on about what we mean by this and what he means by this. But Live videos don't have a very long-term rewatch. It's something you kind of have to watch more live or very quickly thereafter, because they're so long and they take so much time that people don't watch them over and over again into the future. Whereas a good video, you may have it go, and like he said, he has one that's going for almost a year that has 1.5 million views. And I think you have a few that have been going for a while that still get a lot of views on them regularly. So I think you really have to think about where you're going and what you need from that. Because if you have, if your goal is to meet the 4,000 hours and to connect with your audience, then live streaming is a good way to get there. If but you can't do that forever. You're going to have to post some videos, or you're going to have to put something on there that people can watch. And sometimes it may go viral. Sometimes it may not go viral. And so it's a game where you're always balancing what your goal is against what will make you sustainable long term. And so I think that's kind of what I'm reading through the chat, kind of summarizing what I'm seeing in the chat. And I agree with all of them. It's something I want to work on, starting to post videos. They may not be 10-minute videos, but I'm going to try to post some videos more regularly, because I need to start getting into that habit of creating, uploading, standardized videos more than just relying on live stream, because I've met that 4,000 hour mark. So now I need to kind of switch it up and start performing towards the next goal, and that's to bring out content on a regular basis. Okay.
I have another viewer question.
Mm-hmm.
Pull it back up here. All right. Music Man 75. Thank you. Slotty Barista said a $2 super chat. Happy birthday, Dave. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for joining. So the question is,
thank you, Slotty Barista, for your super chat. I think you really need to work on the sound.
Basically, the question asked is kind of it was a long question, but it's kind of asking, what do you do when you upload your video and it says copyright infringed upon? How do you edit out? They're basically asking you, how do you edit out any copyright music or any audio that is being played? So to answer that, so if I upload a video and let's say I'm out at a baseball game and I was going to upload it to Jen's channel, and there's a 30-second audio clip of a song from the radio, that's going to come up as copyright. And if you are monetized, either all or part of that ad revenue will go to the copyright owner of that audio clip. So YouTube has a tool in your Creator Studio where you can actually click the remove audio button, and it'll actually remove that clip of audio from your video to then no longer have a copyright strike. So you can either use the tool that YouTube has, where it'll automatically just take out that 30 seconds with silence. You can also select like a 30-second audio clip to overlay over the copyrighted music, or you can get your own editing software where you can actually go into that clip and you can either cut the clip out, or you can actually do your own editing with the audio on a program. So I find it easier to just use the built-in YouTube editor. It usually works 95% of the time, I'd say. There's a few clips where it'll say it's unable to do it for whatever reason. I'm not sure why, but there are a few times where I've been unable to edit it out. So I'd actually have to just remove the video, splice out the part that is, you know, coming up as copyright, and then re-upload the video, and then you'll have no problems with a copyright strike or copyright infringement.
So I've also found on the back side of this, when you're doing a live stream, and you have, and after you finish your live stream and it goes in and it processes the video, and then it comes back with a copyright strike, it's pretty much the same tool. You can go into the copyright section, you can click on where it says copyright, and then you can try to edit it out. I've had about a 50% success rate on whether it can, oh, sorry, I had to burp, whether it can copyright it or not. Sometimes it'll say you can try to get it out of there. Sometimes it says, we'll just mute it. And then sometimes it tells me it can't get it out there. And the bad thing with the lives is if you have, if you're just streaming it off of Hangouts or on YouTube Live and it gets copywritten, I can't, it looks like it disables the download button, so you can't download the video and edit it out and then re-upload it. You're kind of stuck with just their tools. Have you noticed that, Dave?
I'm sorry. We have a $2 super chat from Hassan Romero. Thank you very much, Hassan, for joining us tonight and for the $2 super chat. Glad to have you here and appreciate you hanging out with us tonight.
So
another point that we didn't bring up was, so with the software that we're running tonight, we are going to on future lives, we're going to select maybe a topic or two for that night that we're going to want to really, teach you guys or show some suggestions. And what we're going to be able to do is, with the software we're running, we're going to be able to give you.
Good evening. I'm Ron Burgundy, and this is what's happening in your world tonight.
Thank you for subscribing to Chief Turtle Hawk.
We're going to be able to give you screenshots to show you step-by-step on the screen itself on how to do some things that might be a little tricky or might be a little confusing versus us just explaining it verbally. Some things we're going to need to share with you visually on the screen. Also, if we're going to, in the future, we're going to, maybe promote some other channels that are very active with us, and we're going to, with their permission, we're going to, present their screen on the live and share some of their videos and share what they're about and give them a nice shout out during the live to help increase their exposure with anybody else that's watching that might want to join their channel.
Yeah, that is true. And I think also if you guys send in, like we said, we're not absolute experts in this. But if you send in a message or a text and maybe it's something that's out of our wheelhouse that we would like to learn as well, maybe we can find somebody, someone that's within the network that may know that might come on and share with us too.
Yeah.
Like somebody asked in there, the real Joey B says, anyone using Adobe Premiere? I just got Adobe Premiere. I have no idea how to use it. But if somebody does know how to use Adobe Premiere and they would like to come on one of our episodes and kind of do a quick tutorial or quick overview on how to get started, or maybe just say these are some great links of videos to look at for tutorials, and this is, we can send that back and forth and kind of share that information. So so I'm hoping that through some of those, that if it's something that we can't answer, I'm hoping that somebody can. So tonight I've already seen some great advice going through when we were talking about how long video should be, view hours, and that. There's been a lot of great advice in the network chat already, so I want to just keep building on that. So
yeah. And if there's something that we tell you guys and you might know different, I mean, there might be something that I think one way, and I could be totally wrong, and I've been doing it wrong, but I may, if you need to correct us on something and you know a different way about something, please let us know. Because we don't know everything, but we know the majority of things that we need to know to run a successful YouTube channel. And
I know just enough to be dangerous. I'm not going to say I know how to be successful because...
Well, everything I've learned has just been from trial and error, and just kind of playing with all the YouTube settings and all the different options that are in that Creator Studio. And I mean, everything I've always been a learner on my own, but there are some things where if you don't know it and you need to know it, there's always going to be, you know, a forum for it. If you search for it on the internet, there's probably plenty of YouTube videos on how to do certain features. So if there's something that you need immediately and we don't have the answer, we can always research it and bring that up as a topic on a following episode.
And if we can't answer it, we can always say GTS, and that means Google that. Beep.
Google that. Beep.
You can fill in the blanks there. But no, I've been lucky enough to have a lot of people who have been willing to help along the way, and I've watched a ton of YouTube videos, and I wasn't very good at Photoshop. I still don't know all the buttons and all the there's like a million things you can do on there, but I watch a lot of like start to finish videos on how to do something, and then I get to the end and I'm like, nah, that's not what I wanted. So then I start the next video and I do it over and over again, and I usually come out with some cool stuff that I never will use, but it's kind of teaching me how to use this, that, and the other, and there's cool tools that make it really easy that I didn't think about. So
yeah, and then there's give me 1 second here. There's the I lost my train of thought here. I was just reading someone's comment here. I was going to bring it up. Give me 1 second. Let me find their comment here. It was a good point they brought up here. No, Vic asked, is this all only when you're monetized? And it's not necessarily, you don't need to be monetized to follow these rules or methods, but some of the methods or some of the things that you need to follow are only for when you're monetized. But then again, there are some that aren't. So like if you're going to upload, 3 times a week, it doesn't matter if you're monetized or not. You want to upload your 3 times a week. Now I do know that what I've read about and what I've learned, that when you are monetized and you have videos that have multiple ads in them, YouTube is going to push those videos, more on their site, simply because they're taking a share of that revenue. So they would rather push a video with 3 ads in it than a video with 1 ad in 3 minutes. So usually the video that has more ads and it's a little longer, that's going to get pushed more than a short video clip. That's not always the case, because there's plenty of viral videos out there that might be 30, have 20 million views. But the majority of the time, the videos that have more ads in them are going to be pushed heavier on YouTube versus ones that are not.
Vic T, I'm glad that Dave got that question, because I'm not monetized, so I don't know some of the ins and outs there. But I have a feeling that when that day comes, I'm going to be up Poops Creek with a turd as a paddle, because I am not doing it the way I probably should be doing it, as far as regular posting, long videos, things like that. So, so I think that hopefully I can help. Hopefully you guys can help me work through this and kind of get me back on track with that, because if I have to do a word of the day video that's 10 minutes long, woo, it's going to be a lot of filler in there. I tell you that, because that's a long one. Let's see. So somebody, I'll take that. Slot Channel says we need to plan a Vegas trip so we can do the time warp on Fremont. I totally agree with that. Thank you. The Real Joey B says, here is a stat: 1 billion hours are loaded to YouTube every day. Can you believe 1 billion hours? Can you believe that? That is like so much competition. So here's the thing, you got so much competition out there. and you've got so many videos out there, there's no way you could watch it all. So really interacting with people, in my opinion, interacting with people, kind of sharing what you do, kind of gives you an upper hand for a few people to watch your videos. You know, it's one thing to go viral, which I've never gone viral. So, it's kind of another thing to have regular viewers.
We have a good question here. Penny Pincher Slots in the chat has a viewer question. How do you make a welcome video / end video? So I think they're looking at, you know, the intro and outro for your video. So that's a good question. There's lots of ways to do it. There's actual sites that'll actually make your intros and outros for you at a very inexpensive price.
Mm-hmm.
You would just send them the information you want, or some pictures or video clips, and they can make those for as little as $10. And those are some sites that we're going to talk about later on, where you have a lot of resources at your fingertips. So you don't necessarily have to know somebody, like a friend or a neighbor or someone that knows how to do that kind of stuff. There's actual people on the internet that you can reach out to, and for a inexpensive price tag, make a great video. There's iMovie, which if you have an iPhone, you can make 1-minute video clips for your intro and outro. So you can add videos, you can add text, you can add still pictures, and there's also lots of different apps for your phone and different programs for your computer that you can actually make those. But if you're not good at making stuff on a computer or on a phone, or that technical end of it, excuse me, there's plenty of other resources out there where you can inexpensively have someone create one for you.
Mm-hmm. And there's some that are template driven, that are automated, that you can go on and kind of customize, and then you get it right away. You don't have to wait on a pure person. It's just through an automated system.
Yep.
I will tell you this. I used some of the automated systems to help me make my intro, outro videos, and they do wonderful jobs. I also, so for the one that is, I don't know who all was in the chat earlier, but the intro movie for the SYSN Live, that one I made on iMovie. So I put some clips together to kind of make that. And it kind of took a little bit of my creative power that I don't have. And I'm not the most creative person. So when it comes to, sometimes you can do it on iMovie, and you got someone that has this vision and they know what it wants to look like, and they can make everything work exactly how they want. That's one thing. For me, nothing works the way I want it to work, and my vision is so cloudy I don't even know what it's going to look like in the end. So I was surprised I kind of got through it, but once I kind of had a breakthrough on it and kind of envisioned what I wanted to do, I was able to kind of get iMovie to work with me. So that was a free way of doing it. But I definitely think there's some very professional templates out there that are like 15, maybe $20 to get an intro and an outro, and they do a very good job, and you just can use that over and over again, and then just put your video kind of in the middle.
Another point I want to bring up, so if you're, whether you're in our live, stream, whether it's our SYSN live, or if I'm live doing a slot machine demonstration, or if Chief is live, doing one of his late night shows that you never know what's going to happen. And if you, join someone's channel, you blast their channel, and if they may have left the chat at that point, and they don't know that you are checking their channel out, you want to make sure you, like I said earlier, stay active. Go on their channel, watch one of their videos, and leave them a comment and let them know, hey, I'm supporting you from so-and-so's channel. So then they know where you're coming from, and then they'll in turn know to check out your channel and see if that's something of interest to them as well. Because there's plenty of times where you might, you know, see someone in the chat, you like their content, you add them, and then you let them know you added them, and then they may have left the chat already, and they have no way of knowing that you just joined them, and they're not going to get that chance to check out your channel in the meantime.
That's true. I did want to give a shout out to the real Joey B. Thank you for participating in the support network. You have given us some good stats and some good participation. So if you haven't blasted Joey B yet, please check out Joey B, the real Joey B. And then also, who else was I going to talk about? Oh, the Daily Showers asked if we could blast KC Scratch King and Queen. I'll have to take a look at that, or maybe one of the moderators could take a look at that and then put that in the chat, the link, because it's easier for me to get to there. And then Vitz Hit Slot says, I'm trying to get the video to go viral. I don't have any experience with viral videos, so I'm not for sure. I think that, you know, I'm not for sure if it necessarily has to do with your keywords and all that stuff, or, you know, how it takes off and gets it, you know. Do you know, Dave? Like, do you have any ideas of how?
Well, I mean, I have my main video. It's a top 10 video. It has, it's approaching 500,000 views right now, and that is from the 4th of July last year, so that's still under a year old. It's about a 9-month-old video, and I think it's at like 430,000 maybe. But that video makes up, I'd say, I mean, that I consider that a viral video, because that video makes up about 50% of my views right now are coming from that one video. So it's a huge, huge video for my channel that is bringing in new viewers and, you know, new people to check out my other videos.
Okay. Well, I think that...
I think I answered your question, though.
Well, no, I just didn't know. I don't know anything about going viral because I've never gone viral. So
yeah.
I think that...
I mean, it's I guess it's very important the first few days, or even the first few hours of a video, how well it does and where it ranks after that. I don't know the specifics to that, but I know usually the first 48 hours of video are very important to where that video may end up, as far as being, you know, shared. And like that video I have, it's been shared, I don't even know how many times now, but a lot of my views from that video are from people sharing it now. So it's not so much YouTube promoting it, it's being shared on other people's pages daily, all around the world.
So so if they like the video, does that mean it's going to share on their page, or do they have to click a button that says share this video with someone else?
No, so on every video on YouTube, there's on your video play page, there's going to be a share button there, and that's where you can share it to any, you know, tons of social media that's on there. There's so many on there that I don't even know what they even are, but that's where you start sharing it. So what it takes is your viewers to actually start sharing that with their friends and with their followers, and it just kind of just spirals out, branches out to more and more people.
What about so in this scenario, Vitz Hits says that you know, there's a video uploaded. It was about a $17,000 win on a slot machine. Very, you know, very cool win. And
okay.
So I think that what I want to try to do is I was trying to connect him with your video. Was a slot video as well, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys would share similar in that maybe experience where that his slot video wants to get to where your slot video is. Is there anything besides, you know, maybe in that first, because if it's just there, it's a Clio 2 max spin, they said. But if it's just now coming out, is there anything to be done? Do they need to check the keywords? Do they need to make sure it's positioned right?
You want to maximize your title, you know, to have all the keywords, you know, have the name of the game, you know, maybe say the bet amount. Make sure you include like the word jackpot, hand pay, big win, bonus, max bet, casino, slot machine, all those keywords that people search for. So once you have all those words in your title, you go into your tags, and then you make a whole bunch of combinations from your title into your tags that would be relevant that someone might search for. So from what I learned when I was in Vegas, I met with Howie Mandel's son. And he has a channel, almost 500,000 subscribers. And he gave me about 20 minutes worth of his time telling me some different tips and tricks that are very important. And one of those things that he told me was about the title and your tags. He said you can put all the tags you want for your YouTube tags, but if those tags are not anywhere in your title, he said those tags are going to do virtually nothing for you, because YouTube looks at your tags that are related to your title. So if you only put a couple words in your title, you can only make a couple tags. So from my understanding, from what he told me, which, I mean, he's got a great following on his channel, so I'm going to take his word for it, that any words you have in your title, you want to put those as your tags in so many different combinations. So if you got, you know, 20 words in your title, you want to combine those words into different phrases that someone might search for, if that makes sense.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But
so, if you got a slot machine video, you're not going to put in the title bikini girl. You're not going to put in $1 million car. You're not going to put irrelevant tags because they're not anything related to your video.
What is so?
And if you have a video, also what he told me is if you have a really good video and you're not getting any action on it, he said simply just pull the video down, re-upload it, maybe try a different time of day, try a different day of the week. And he suggested, you know, just re-uploading that video if it's not going anywhere, and if you feel that video should be doing better than it is, take it off and put it back up there.
So if you did that method, would you have to delete the first one and then re-upload it? You don't, or would you necessarily want to have?
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to have two of the same video.
No, you would delete that video. So anytime you delete a video off YouTube, you're gonna lose your views off your channel. So like right now I have I think like 1.7 million views. So if I go and delete my biggest video right now, which let's say it's at 500,000 views, if I'm at 1.7 million views and I go and delete that video, I'm going to drop down to 1.2 million views then. Because any videos you delete, you lose those views, you lose your watch time, you lose your thumbs up, you lose your comments, all that stuff will hurt you if you delete your video. So if you are going to delete a video, you want to make sure you're deleting one that's really underperforming, because you don't want to delete something that has, you know, a good chunk of your views for your channel.
Mm-hmm. What about Vitz Hits? Excuse me. I'll check out your video. I want to take a look at it, and if you want to send an email to livesysn@gmail.com, or if you want to contact us on the social medias, I'm at facebook.com/ChiefTurtleHawk, and you can let us and then Sizzling Slots at facebook.com/Sizzling Jackpot. What is it? Sizzling? Well, it's Nightbot just put Sizzling Slots Facebook page in there. So mine's at Chief Turtlehawk. Just let us know kind of how you're doing. Keep us updated. And if you have questions, maybe we can look at what, Dave could look at it and maybe see if there's anything he would suggest on it, stuff like that. So,
is that for Wayne Brown?
No, that was for Vitz Hits.
Wayne Brown Wayne Brown says, where can I leave a question if it doesn't get a reply on your show? So either text message, like you just said, you can send a text, you can send an email, and we will either we can reply to you directly throughout the week, or we can save it for our next show and present it then.
So with that, what is the next question?
The next question
or comment,
is...
Or shoot the beep.
So this one person asks, Katie asks, what is the best time of day to upload a video?
Oh, Lord. Well, if you ask Chief Turtlehawk Sr., it's at 3 a.m. Central Standard Time. But I don't know.
I don't know the answer to that, but I know from what I've read again, you once you are on a uploading schedule, you know, if you're going to upload every Tuesday and Friday at 10 a.m., stick to that schedule. So you want to upload, you know, if you want to think about when someone wakes up in the morning, if they check their phone or they check their computer, where do you want your video placed in that subscription feed? Do you want to have it in the early part of the day? Do you want to, you know, put it on towards the evening so then it has all nighttime? Because once you put it out there, any videos that are similar to that after that are going to bump it out of someone's subscription feed. So I don't know the exact time. From my experience, it seems that videos I put on earlier in the day are going to do better for me than if I put them on in the evening time.
So do you think it has anything to do with prime time? So if they have, you know, if you notice that in your genre, if you like for slot machine videos, if you noticed a bunch of people were posting the slot machine videos in the evening, that you might pick a different time than the evening, just so that way your notification's not the 5th or 6th one, or maybe not getting seen? Or does it just, you know, because some people in the chat have said the morning is the best. Some people say don't do it in the evening. I'm just thinking...
And yeah, it also depends on... you know, you got to think too. I mean, there's a lot of people from different parts of the country. So, you know, their viewers might be from different parts of the country. So it depends on where your viewers are from. But if your viewers are from a different country, you want to take in consideration, you don't want to put a video up there that is at a time that they're sleeping. So you need to, you know, think about the time zones and the different time frames of where your viewing audience is from. I mean, the majority of people here are going to be, you know, United States, Canada, Mexico. But I mean, if you get a lot of, you know, there's a lot of channels out there that might have viewers that are just dominant to another part of the world. You want to know your viewers' time schedule, so you're not uploading while they're sleeping, or you want to upload in the middle of the day when it might be at work. You want to do it, you know, early morning or the evening time, based upon where your viewers are watching from. We have another texting question here. This one just came right in right now. It says, I love the live show. I have a question. Do you think YouTube will ever start limiting slot videos? So I'm not sure if you mean by limiting it as just like altogether not allowing it or what, but I really don't see, as long as your video is, you know, within the terms of, you know, the rules and regulations of their terms of service, there probably shouldn't be any problem with that in the future, unless they, you know, want your audience to be a certain age to watch them or age appropriate content. But I don't see a reason why that would be a reason not to allow videos on YouTube. But thank you for the question.
There's a question. The Real Joey B says, what is the reason we lose previous channels we have blasted, commented, liked, etc.? I think for me, the biggest thing that I've read just online is that YouTube goes and purges a lot of inactive or old accounts or duplicate accounts that maybe people have asked to be deleted, or maybe they had a violation for something and so they were discontinued. And so they go through and they delete out those people. And some days I'll get up and I'll lose like 8 or 9 people. And it seems like, I don't know if they do it weekly or monthly or what, but sometimes I'll see,
Yeah.
you know, it's at certain points in time I lose a kind of a small grip of it.
Yeah, and that's where you know, the whole part of staying active is, you know, if you're going to support a channel and, you know, join them, you know, just don't hit the red button and look for another, you know, don't just look for numbers. You want to look for content that, you know, you can actually watch, or live streams that you can participate in, because otherwise, if you're not showing activity on their channels, YouTube's going to remove you from them, because, you know, their system's going to say, okay, well, why are they following this channel if they don't even click on their videos, or they don't click on the thumbs up, or they don't, you know, leave a comment? Because I've already had, you know, even before we started our live, I was at 49.10 for subscribers, and then I refreshed it, and within 5 minutes, YouTube must have just removed some people. I was back down to 48.95 or something. So just in a matter of seconds, they removed some inactive users that were on my channel. So, and that's just unexplained when they do it, why they do it, how they do it. That's just what they will do. The system will do automatically if they're not seeing you active on a channel that you are following. But yeah, thank you for the question. We have another question.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. This person asked, is it a good idea to change your channel name if you just started a channel? So I think they mean, if you have a channel name and you don't like it all of a sudden, should you change it? I can answer that to start. I know when I first started my channel, my wife temporarily was uploading on this channel as a different name. And when I took it over, I left it that same name, and another channel recommended to me that I should change the name to something different, because the name I had didn't incorporate what I was doing with slot machines. So since I was early on and I think I had like 500 subscribers, they told me that changing the name was not going to affect me, since I had a very small amount of subscribers at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Versus if you have, you know, a couple thousand subscribers, you don't want to change your name and confuse people, and they're not going to know that you changed your name, or they might see a different name there and, you know, unsubscribe from you. So if you are going to change your name to your channel to something different, or something totally different than what it already is, you'd want to do that early on, so you don't lose the fan base and you don't confuse your viewers.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
like,
no,
you don't want to change your name to Rosie's Diner tomorrow, because that has no
yeah. Plus,
no bearing to do.
Plus, I would make Chief Turtlehawk Senior mad, so I don't want to do that. But also, as Smoky Casino Slot Video says, change away until you're comfortable with it. So I think if it's something that you picked that doesn't fit you, or you don't like it, then why be stuck with it? You know. So yeah. I think that, you know, if you're developing and that's something that you want to change it.
Yeah, and then you are allowed 3 name changes. I believe it's 3 name changes. I don't know the time frame. I forgot what it was. Maybe it's 90 days or 6 months. But you can only change your YouTube channel name up to 3 times from the initial name that you choose. So choose wisely, and make sure. I think that the shorter the name, the better, because if you have a super long channel name, you know, if you got 5 or 6 words in your channel, it's going to be harder for someone to type in and search for them.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so it's 90 days. Vince Hit says 90 days, so 3 times in 90 days. But yeah, you know, I would agree with Smoky Casino. If you're not comfortable with it, you know, change it. But I think if you've gotten up to 8,000 or 9,000 subscribers, you're probably pretty comfortable with your name, and people probably chat at you all the time, you know, and they know you by your name. So you know, maybe you wouldn't want to change it at that time. But, you know, really, I think that for me, I wouldn't change it because people would probably think, who the heck is that, you know?
Thank you to Casey, Scratch, King and Queen. They sent me some birthday wishes and a bunch of balloons and confetti on the chat and a cake. So thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. I have 58 minutes left. If you want to give me a counter on the screen, we can count down how many minutes are left of my birthday.
I don't know if I have that. I'll have to Google that.
58 minutes left. Um,
58 minutes, okay.
So, like for my channel, I mean, it's a slot machine channel. I mean, there's many times I might go do something and I kind of want to go live, which I mean, I might once in a while, but I think we're gonna leave that for my wife's channel. So when we go someplace, since her channel is not a specific, it's not specific content. So hers is all vlogs. So we can go live from the store, we can go live from the restaurant, we can go live from the park, the zoo, we can go live anywhere because it's not a, you know, specific channel. That makes sense to you guys as well.
Right.
So.
Right.
Question in the chat is, can we talk about this honest thumbnails, or did you guys talk about that already? So there are some really bad thumbnails that I've seen online where it might be a girl in a very scantily clad bikini holding a weird item, and then you click on the video and it has nothing to do with the beach or nothing to do with the girl. It's just a random video. So that's what you call clickbait, where the thumbnail is totally has nothing to do with the video. And I know YouTube has a report button for that, that if you do come across a video that is showing a thumbnail for one thing and displaying a video of something different, you can actually flag that video and let them know, where they can actually maybe let them know that they have to change their thumbnail. But yeah, I've been a victim of that. I've clicked on a few clips where it might say watch this guy find a huge treasure, and then there's a thumbnail with stacks and stacks of money, and then you click on it and it's just a kid riding a bicycle. So I don't know much more about the clickbait, but I do know that it is out there and it is used quite a bit for a lot of videos. So hello, Smoky Casino Slot Videos, welcome. I didn't see you earlier, so thank you for joining us. Or are you on temporarily hold?
Oh no, I'm just stretching. I had to do some jumping jacks and some stretches because my butt cheeks were going to sleep, and so I'm just doing a couple stretches, and it's really awkward because I'm out of shape. So
Tom K asks, is Jen sleeping? Or Jen is probably sleeping. I haven't seen her in the chat now, and I haven't heard her moving about, so she may have fallen asleep. But I do hear our hamster full force spinning on its wheel right now. It sounds like raindrops hitting the windows outside.
Oh, Lord.
But, Tom says, I'm not asking. I already know.
What?
That Jen probably fell asleep.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, if you guys have not checked out Vitz Hits Slots, they are in the chat. Make sure you reach out to them and check them out. There's still 51 people in here going strong. And thank you all for hanging out with us tonight for our debut SYSN Live, Small YouTube Support Network. And again, a recap for anyone that may have just joined. You can find us every Sunday at the same time frames that we have posted. And next week we will be on Chief Turtlehawk's channel. And we look forward. I know I'm going to stop talking because now it's going to make me sound like I'm giving a closing statement again.
Oh, yeah.
We look forward to seeing everyone there. So make sure you are on his channel. So I'm going to put the link again in the chat because Nightbot may be behind schedule here. Nightbot is working very hard for us and many other channels.
Yeah, Nightbot's a very passionate moderator.
Very dedicated moderator.
Yeah. Okay, well, I've got another surprise for you.
Okay.
Ah! Let me, here we go. All right.
But yeah, same thing with Instagram. I'm always posting stuff on Instagram to let people know about future lives and future events. And I found a lot of people on Instagram that way too. So not only do you have Facebook, you have Instagram. Twitter, I'm not too familiar with, but I know a lot of people use Twitter. I have Snapchat that I use, and I message a lot of people through Snapchat. And just other, ways to communicate. There's so many outlets out there. All right, what do you got for me?
I put it in the top left-hand corner.
Oh my gosh! Look at that. End of Dave's birthday. Woohoo! Tomorrow at 12:01. I love it.
Just so that way you know when to put away the balloons. I do like Snapchat. It's got a lot of cool filters. I've been trying to use it more.
Yeah.
Twitter, I only have 4 Twitter followers, so I post some stuff on there, but I'm not as exciting, I guess, because there's no one to look at it. I used to tweet, nobody was on my Twitter, and I didn't even know who was reading it. It was basically just me commenting to nobody, so it was like I was talking to myself. Oh, there's Jen. You must have, the hamster must have woke Jen up.
Oh, she is there now. Yeah, she must have just woken up. I am going to take a quick commercial break. I have to take care of something in the kitchen here, unfortunately. So I'm going to leave you the chat to catch up on. We're caught up on our messages at the moment for the text. But if anybody else has a message and you want to make sure we get to it tonight, because we are kind of missing the chat. We can't see everything. But if there's a... oh, we got another question just came in.
Oh, okay.
This is a slot-related question, not support network related, but they asked, have you ever witnessed slot rage, like people punching the screens or breaking the slots? I have seen people yelling at the machine, swearing at the machine. I have seen them kick the slot machine base. I have seen them, slap the screens very hard. They'll hit the side of the cabinet. I saw one guy taking his cigarette and putting the cigarette out on the screen.
Whoa.
I've seen someone purposely pour their drink over the button panel. So yeah, I've seen a lot of bizarre things while in the casino at angry, upset gamblers when they do not get the bonus they want or are losing their child's tuition. So yeah, take what you are willing to lose. Don't expect to walk away a winner, and leave the poor machine alone. It's just a computer putting out symbols on the screen. It's not. Don't take it on the machine. It's not their fault. But I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Well, it's to me. I took my stretch break, so as you can see, we've changed up here in the top a little bit. We have the end of Dave's birthday. Woohoo! Tomorrow at 12:01 a.m. So we're really excited. I tried to put 12 a.m., but it wouldn't let me. For some reason, I had to put 12:01. So really, I gave him an extra minute of birthday, so he should be happy with that. But yeah, like, what do you guys think about tonight? Are we kind of getting the support network kind of going? And oh man, look at my hair. What are you feeling on that? I think that. Oh, good night, Alicia. Thanks for joining. I really hope that we are spreading the message, and I think that, you know, I'm not the best. Dave's pretty good, but nobody knows everything. So I've already learned like 8 things. I'm going to have to go and print out the chat and get too busy on the 8 things that I'm missing. But I know that I'm definitely missing posting regular videos that are not lives. And that's one thing I'm working on. I'm trying to do something that's a word of the day. I'm trying to do some other videos just going through. And that's one thing that I'm trying to work on. It was a big battle to try to reach the 2 thresholds for monetization, the 4,000 watch hours as well as the 1,000 subscribers. Luckily, I actually passed the 4,000 watch hours before I got to the 1,000 subscribers, so it kind of seemed opposite of what I thought was going to happen. But I did that with a lot of live streaming, you know, hours and hours and hours of live streaming. Which helped me get to that point, but it doesn't have a lot of lasting video production on a regular basis. So that's something I'm going to work on. And then I also have to take a look at my thumbnails. I didn't realize my little thumbs were so important, but I think my thumbnails are somewhat hard to read, some of the live stream ones. So I'm going to have to look at kind of reworking them, maybe pay attention to the font a little more so I don't have a weird font that doesn't really look very good at small sizes. So yeah. Mackenzie, yes, it is still Dave's birthday. However, he is in Central Time, so his birthday will end in less than an hour. We don't give him any leeway to try to pretend he lives in other time zones when he doesn't. So, man, I just got my hair cut on Friday, and I'm already needing another one because I like it really, really short here on the side, so it's starting to bother me. All right, so Dion says, okay, guys, thanks for the great concept of SYSN. I'll be around. I have to get some sleep now, though. Happy birthday once again, Dave. Thank you. I'll let Dave know that you wished him happy birthday. He's taking a quick kitchen break to do some stretches, but thank you for stopping in, and I hope that you can continue to be a member of the Small YouTube Support Network. It's like a union here, okay? We're only as strong as we are together, so I'm thinking that together we can grow, we can learn, we can network, we can meet new people, we can support each other, we can be silly with each other because we kind of know each other, okay? So that's what I'm looking at there. Charles, small means anything under PewDiePie. So if you have less subscribers than PewDiePie, you're eligible to be in the Small YouTube Support Network. So it should encompass a lot of people. Let's see. C-Dubs is asking, Charlene, when are you going fishing again? Yeah, if you haven't watched Charlene, Indiana Fishing and Gambling, I love the fishing. I don't know why. I can't turn it off. I see fishing and I'm just like, woo, goodness sakes. It's crazy. So, so check that out. Very good. Let's see. A Blackberry Thistle Tea says, stay up late, people. Chief will sing you to sleep in his channel. Yes, I would say that Chief Turtlehawk Sr. does do a lot of karaoke. So if you like singing, make sure you subscribe to Chief Turtlehawk Studios. There's 3 of us here. Chief Senior does the late night programming. I do the middle of the evening programming, the prime time, because I have the face for it. And Chief Junior just kind of does whatever he wants. So sometimes he's on late, sometimes he's on early. Who knows with him? So thank you, Jen, for the haircut comment. Let's see. Mackenzie says, I'm figuring out if my next video should be a makeup or skincare routine. Skincare, skincare, skincare. Mackenzie, do a skincare one, and then you can do me. You can do a makeover with me. I will say that my CPAP mask is giving me a little bit of rubbing right here on my nose. And I need some moisturizer techniques that can help remove that because I don't want it to scar. So Mackenzie, maybe we can do one like that. How to remove scars from CPAP mask burns on your nose. Thank you. Oh, my voice is getting better. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, $300 hand pay. Oh, is that down in Arizona? That would suck. Let's see. Oh, everybody's excited that Dave's birthday's almost over. Thank goodness.
Oh no. Well, you know what? It's not almost over because what is it in the West Coast?
Who cares? You're not in the West Coast.
Well, if I was paying my American Express bill, it wouldn't be due until midnight on West Coast time.
That's because they're located in the West Coast. You are not, so your birthday doesn't extend to the West Coast. If you were paying, if you were paying your Visa bill or your Chase bill, it would due by Eastern time. So then your birthday would already be over. Charles says, Dave, where were you born? You have to use that time.
No, we're not going to use that time because then my birthday was over a long time ago.
Oh. What if you were in somewhere that was a day ahead, like Japan? Then your birthday would have been yesterday and we wouldn't have had to put this happy birthday thing up here.
Look at these beautiful balloons right here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. 7 beautiful balloons here.
Well, why do some of them look slightly deflated?
They're not. This one maybe is a little underinflated, but
yeah, that one in the back there too is a little.
They're all standing tall, and they're all. This one really likes me here.
Yeah, that one's very taut. I will say that one's inflated correctly. The other ones maybe a little cheap on the helium, I might say.
Thank you, Vicky S. I'm getting another happy birthday in the chat. Thank you, Vicky S. It is still my birthday, so I will take it. Thank you. Let's see here.
Big P says your birthday was yesterday here. See? Haha.
Oh, well, and you know what? Then my birthday maybe is just beginning somewhere else right now.
Like in Hawaii? Here, I'll give you a little flash and happy birthday.
Can you suck some helium? I am not opening up these balloons quite yet.
What if you were a leap year baby on February 29th? Then you wouldn't celebrate, but only every 4 years.
Gosh, I would, yeah, that would be, that would not be a birthday then.
That wouldn't be a birthday.
Oh. Chief, sing happy birthday for Chief. Actually, I had happy birthday sung to me last night live on Jen's channel. We were live from the a Mexican restaurant in Illinois, and when the singer came on at 8 p.m., they had her come to our table to sing to me happy birthday in Spanish.
Oh, so, wow. Feliz
cumpleaños.
Is that what they said? Feliz cumpleaños?
Oh, yeah.
Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Should I sing Happy Birthday to you? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Sizzling Slot Jackpots. Happy birthday to you. See, there you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
I sang that like Marilyn Monroe.
Thank you. All right, we have a new question. And their question is, if I am not monetized yet and I want to receive donations while I am live, what can I do?
I know. Who said that?
You know the answer to that.
Yeah, who asked that question?
It's just an anonymous. There was no specific person. It's just a phone number.
Okay, so this is what you can do. There are several sites out there that you can use, and I use this on mine. And if you look down at the bottom of the screen in the scroller, you can see donations can be sent to streamlabs.com/Sizzling Slot Jackpots. Streamlabs is one site that you can use to accept donations, and then if you're using OBS, you can have it send the notification directly to the screen, and that way it kind of looks, a little bit like the super chat, but it's on screen, it's not in the chat. There's also some other ones like Stream Elements allows tipping and donations, and that runs through OBS as well. Or you don't have to use OBS, but it won't show up. You'll have to keep an eye on it. So if someone says I sent you a donation through Streamlabs, then you can pull it up on the Streamlabs website and say, yes, you did. Thank you so much for that. And so as Payline Slot Channel said, Streamlabs is better than Super Chats. I think that Streamlabs gives you the option to pay with PayPal. So that is one thing that I like about it, is that way I could use my PayPal account instead of having to use a debit or credit card through Super Chat. And then also they have a different rate as far as how much they charge for the actual transaction, a transaction rate. So Super Chats, YouTube keeps a little bit of it and they give you the rest. Streamlabs has a different, different rate. But the one thing that is a kind of a downside for it is that you have to go to streamlabs.com/whatever your account name is. And so it takes you a little extra, it takes the person giving the donation a little extra step to go out and do that, when the Super Chat button is real easy to hit and send it real quickly. And it pops up in the chat. So, there's some give or take on both sides, but for sure, if you haven't gotten to the point where you don't have monetization yet, I would definitely look into Streamlabs. So,
yeah, and they have a whole bunch of tools on their website. I'm still learning all about what they have to offer on there and all the different things you can set for notifications and for settings and for fonts and for sounds and like I said, that's a whole nother event, probably explaining Streamlabs in itself. There's just so many avenues of things that you can use that are free to use to better your live streams and better your videos.
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff, and Streamlabs is cool because there's a lot of other things it has on there, like trackers. You can do subscriber goal trackers. You can do tip cups. You can do alerts and announcements, and you can have like a you can display when you have a new subscriber and stuff like that. So it's got a lot of cool things. I think Stream Elements does something similar. It's a little different to use. So I was already in with Streamlabs, so I didn't really see the need to switch to Stream Elements because I would have to learn a new system, and I'm really not in the mood for that. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, it has some great tools, especially to help with interaction stuff, because that way you can put on there, hey, this is my newest subscriber, and it puts it up, on the screen, and so it's kind of cool to kind of integrate it all together. So
we got another good question in the chat from 1965 Beans. Does YouTube take a percentage of the super chat if you are monetized? And the answer is yes. YouTube does take, I believe it's 30% of any super chat. They take right off the top for themselves for providing the service. But yeah, that's so if you send a $10 super chat, they're taking a 30% processing fee basically for allowing that super chat, just as well as if you're monetized with videos, they take, I believe, 40% of your ad revenue.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 40%. I think it's 60-40. But yeah, so yeah, YouTube does get those super chats versus if you're doing Streamlabs or if you're doing through another avenue, which even though super chat is easier because it's right in the app and you just click on it and send it. I'll lose my train of thought. The Streamlabs, you're paying a really small percentage and fee for a transaction. So it's definitely a more inexpensive way of doing that. But it is, if it's the first time you're doing it, you have to sign up. You have to, learn how to use it. It might be a hassle the first time, but once you get it down, it's very easy to use.
Mm-hmm. And, you always have help. So if you get stuck, just shoot us a message and maybe we can add that to the list. There's so many topics that we want to try to help with, over time, but we can't do them all in one live stream, but we can help offline as well. Because sometimes it's just, one button or something that needs clicked or...
Blackberry Thistle T asks if you could present yourself, because I think they want you for a little while.
But it's your birthday. I wanted you to have...
Well, you could have the spotlight for a little bit here. My balloons aren't going anywhere. They're staying with me all night.
Well, I was just wanting to make sure that you had the spotlight on your birthday because I didn't want you saying next week, oh, I don't get enough of the spotlight and it was my birthday and you didn't even let me be on the camera.
I was just wondering, why is everything behind you reversed?
What do you mean?
Everything, usually you can read the wall, and I can't read the wall.
I didn't want to get a copyright infringement.
Oh, you know what? I heard you earlier talking about how you want to fill up your wall behind you, and if anybody in the chat wants to send you any special gifts to hang, there's plenty of spaces there.
Yep.
To promote your channel, to get your name out there, to send Chief some love for his wall.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mackenzie said she was going to send me a headshot.
Oh.
And then she'll be backwards on the wall when I put her up there.
Yeah.
No, it has something to do with the Hangouts, and it's a setting, I think, and I'll just have to find it. I didn't even notice it until now, so.
Yeah.
Because I look the same whether it's backwards or forwards, really. Which hand am I holding up?
That's your left hand.
That's my left hand, see?
But it's not, though, because your thumb is on the other side.
That's my left hand. So, anyway.
I think NorCal is leaving. He's saying good night. He says, have a great night, birthday brother. And then Jen said, bye, channel buddy, NorCal. So NorCal may be stepping up for the night. But if you guys have not checked out NorCal's channel, make sure you do and show him some love and blast him away.
Is NorCal Jen's channel buddy?
Yeah.
All right. Does anybody else have channel buddies? I know that some people were meeting channel buddies here.
Jennifer B says, yes, I love seeing Chief's beautiful face. Such a muffin pie honey cake.
A muffin pie honey cake? That sounds really good.
Yes.
I would like to have... if you would send me a muffin pie honey cake, I'd appreciate it. Tom, we are planning on taking phone calls in the future. There's a couple technical issues we have to work out in order to get the sound to route through the live stream, because the last time we tried to do it, we couldn't get the sound to come through, and it was real hard for everyone to hear. And then whenever we replied, you couldn't hear it on the phone. So we're still working out those technical issues, but hopefully eventually we can have that back up and running, because I liked it. I think it was fun.
Yeah.
It's
really... we did have some great participation with the texting tonight. Mm-hmm. And that is available throughout the week. If you want to send in a comment or a question for a future live, you can send it in anytime during the week, and we will get that, as well as through the email. So you don't have to just wait for us to be live on Sunday to ask us something. You can send us a message, anytime. We're around. Instagram, Facebook, texting, email. You can find us.
Yes, and if you're looking for me, it's everywhere at Chief Turtle Hawk. Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
So Charles suggested Google Talk. I'm not familiar with what Google Talk is, so I'm not sure if you are, Chief. But if not, Charles might have a tip for us.
Yeah, Charles, make sure you get a hold of Sizzling Slot Jackpots and let them know what that is, because we definitely will take any suggestions possible. So. Oh, Jennifer B says that she is the new manager of Payline Slot Channel.
Who is?
Jennifer B. JB is the new manager of Payline Slot Channel.
Oh. Wow.
And Mackenzie, what else is Snapchat for? FK says most small businesses use Google Talk to set up a phone number and voicemail. There you go. Olga Bot says happy belated birthday.
Olga Bot, what is that?
Olga Bot is in the chat. Olga Bot. Olga Bot is checking in on Nightbot to make sure Nightbot's performing correctly. Oh, look at the thing up here. Look. It now says 26 minutes until your birthday's over. The countdown has begun. 26 minutes until your birthday's over. Central Standard Time.
Wait, how many are we down to? Oh my goodness.
26 minutes until your birthday's over.
I think your timer is off.
Well,
we got another question here. We actually got two questions here. This one, let's see. All right, so this one is, again, it doesn't have a name of who it's from, it's just a phone number. How many, let's see. So it's kind of a similar question that was asked earlier. How many times a week should I post videos?
Oh, Slot Traveler's in the chat. That would be a good one for Slot Traveler as well to maybe aim in on, because I don't have an answer. So I'll let you and I'll have Slot Traveler take my spot to answer the question. But you answer yours. Here, I'll put you on the screen. There you go. Are you going to answer, and then we'll have Slot Traveler fill in for me?
I lost you there, so I missed everything you just said.
Oh, I was going to say I'm deferring my answer because I don't know to Slot Traveler. for that question, but if you want to answer as well, and then Slot Traveler can answer for me.
Yeah, it depends on how much stuff you have. If you got hundreds of videos of whatever your channel's about, I mean, if you got tons of videos, then do one every day. If you only have, a limited amount of videos, it depends on how many you have and how quickly you can make new videos. So it may be once a week, it may be twice a week, it may be 3 times a week. It just depends on how much content you have and how quickly you can put it out there and how much time you have to upload it, because it takes a lot of time to upload them. Then you have to, make your description, your title, your thumbnails, and your ad breaks in there if you're monetized. It all takes a lot of time to get a video on there. So however much time you have to dedicate to your channel, as well as, how many videos you have lined up. You don't want to put 10 videos on there 10 days in a row and then you got no more for the next 10 days. So you got to plan ahead on, how many you have and how quickly you can make new ones.
Would you say it's important to post frequently and consistently more than just saying you have to do 3 videos a week? Maybe 1 video a week at the same time every week is pretty effective if you're not pumping out videos. Like me, I don't pump out videos very quickly. So would that be something where it's like consistency kind of outranks, or actually let's say consistency, quality over quantity, maybe?
We do have we have another question here. You should have other channels join and talk about their channel. A few guests a week.
A few guests a week? Well, we are planning on bringing some people in. It's not just going to be us. We will try. It's pretty hard to coordinate with everybody, depending on what we need. But I think it is something that is a great idea to bring channels in and talk to them about their experience with that channel. Is that kind of what they're saying? Like with their experience with the whole process?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, just basically saying you should have other channels join. So yeah, if there's other channels that if we're gonna have on another channel that we're working with and bring them on, we can talk about their channel, talk about what they do. If anyone in the chat has any questions about their channel, if they have any suggestions for that channel, or if that channel that we have on has any suggestions for people in the chat, we can do it that way. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, way better to have another, if we're going to share someone's channel on the screen and just talk about them, I'd rather have them on with us, telling them what they do, where they're from, how long they've been, to kind of tell everyone what they're about, what their plans are, and get to know that channel personally on our live. That would be a fun addition to our live series.
Okay, so if people are interested in sharing, definitely come in, send us a message, and at the live SYSN@gmail.com, and just let us know you're interested in being on the show. If we get a whole bunch of requests, we can't do everyone at once, but we'll try to space it out. And if there's something that you're an expert in, or not an expert, but if there's something you're good at, make sure you include that as well, because we might be able to tie that in with a lesson on how to do something.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, if you are a channel and you would like to tell more people about what you do, and they already don't know about you, then yeah, we'd love to, have you on here. Large or small, new or old, doesn't matter what channel you have. We'd love to meet new people and share people's successes and failures with YouTube with others. So, other people have stories they can share, their tips and tricks, their how-tos, that kind of thing. Definitely.
Do you think Mackenzie mentioned also maybe having people just come in real quick, random people to share their channels? Maybe have like a speed dating round where people could come on for 5 minutes or so and kind of talk about their channel and then maybe switch off to another person. What do you think about that?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Well, I think that's good suggestions. I think both of those would work really well. I think that we'll need to if you're interested in doing that, send us a message. I know Hangouts can be some sort of, sometimes it doesn't work as well as easy as we'd like it to. So maybe we could do some testing. And then you could do that. But I know that on Chief Turtlehawk Senior's channel, the Late Night Live Supplement program, they usually have people on, and I know personally trying to help get that arranged. Sometimes it takes like an act of Congress to get someone on to the Hangouts for some reason, but sometimes it works well. So we could look at doing that. I know we wouldn't do it all the time. We have some other things planned, but I'm sure that would be something that'd be great to integrate, maybe a segment to have people come on and say hi. So I like it. So thank you for to do that. Do you have another question, or we?
Yeah. So this Norris. This one's. I think the name is Norris. 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 Norris asks, how many subscribers do you need to live stream? But I thought it used to be 100 subscribers you needed to live stream, but I don't think that's the case anymore. I think you can live stream within the first 24 hours of opening a channel.
I started off only live streaming, and I had like 10 subscribers. So I'm not for sure like if I was able to go live the minute I made the account. I had the account made a couple days before I actually was at the point where I had to get the guts to go on.
Yeah.
So it took me a little bit to get to that point, but I think that I didn't have 100 subscribers for a while, and I was only on live. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good question. Thank you.
Payline says 100 subs for mobile go live. So maybe you only have the web-based version on the computer go live before 100, and then once you hit 100, you can do mobile.
Yeah.
I didn't do mobile.
Vegas. She says, good night. I'm tired, so thank you for joining us tonight, Vegas Doll.
Yes, good night.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because a lot of the rules may have changed. Because I think a while back it used to be 100 subscribers for anything, but Sliding Around says 50 for mobile. I guess that's one thing we can look into.
I was trying to look it up on my thing. I think that we'll have to maybe get back on that one because there's probably several different.
Olga says you no longer need 100 to go live, so maybe it's just one of the two. It's either you do or you don't. But again, thank you. We're still 50 viewers strong. Thank you all for joining us tonight. If you are new to my channel or Chief's channel, be sure to click the our channel button and turn our notification bells on. Blast them away. And next week we will be doing it all over again on Chief's channel. Is there a birthday coming up for you, Chief? When do we get to celebrate your birthday?
Oh, my birthday was last week, so not for another year.
Last week? Why didn't we celebrate it last week?
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
No,
okay.
it was, when was, it's in the first of the year, so we still have, what is it? It's May, June, July, August.
Yeah.
Like 7 or 8 months, so it's a while. But you only have 14 minutes left of yours, so...
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to leave it on you
over.
for a while because you need to have the recognition for your happy birthday. I'm wondering...
Again, if you guys have not checked out NorCal Slot Guy, he is still in the chat there with the wrench. Be sure to blast him away and join him. He has lots of great videos on his channel. He does do some live streaming once a day. And you can always get a good update on his channel. He usually goes live around noon for his daily update. So be sure to check out our buddy Jay, NorCal Slot Guy. Also, Paylines, our other moderator, is in the chat. And be sure to blast Paylines away. I think most of everyone here already is part of the Paylines experience. But if you are not, check them out.
Yep. I went ahead and made the text a little larger for your...
Oh my gosh.
For the end of your birthday, because it's almost to the 10-minute left mark. So I wanted to make sure everybody saw that it was almost over. I think I'm going to have a celebration when your birthday's over. Did you get the birthday present I mailed you?
What, the candle?
No, you don't. Oh, no. Did you get the candle?
No, we never gave you the.
Oh yeah, you never gave me the address.
To send it to.
I was going to send you one of these.
Mm.
That way you could show your fanning pride.
What kind of soda do you think I'm drinking? It's a dark soda. There's only a few dark sodas.
Oh, that's
Pepsi,
Dr. Pepper.
Coke, Dr. Pepper, or there's a few others. Nope.
Coke Zero.
No. It's off-brand, I think. It might be considered an off-brand.
RC Cola. Oh, I was going to say RC Cola.
All right. You said it right as I said it.
I know. Jinx. Oh, hey, Ernestine. How you doing? Good to see you. Oh, somebody mentioned...
Ernestine.
Somebody mentioned a honey pie butter muffin again. I really want... FK says...
all excited about soda talk, so we're getting off track here.
FK says he can't see you behind the billboard. I'll make it small again. Well, if you haven't wished Dave a happy birthday, please do so. Because there's only 11 minutes left for you to be able to do that.
So another question came in here. What? Can you hear me?
Yep.
You faded out there. This one's. I think we've kind of answered this earlier, but it says what avenues can I use to let people know about my YouTube channel?
Good evening. I'm Ron Burgundy, and this is what's happening in your world tonight.
Thank you for subscribing to Chief Turtle Hawk. There are a lot of avenues that you can do. First of all, you have a lot. Tom, I tried to put it in that way and it wouldn't let me. It only let me put 1201. I didn't want it to cheat him a minute. It would let me put 11:59
I get an
or
extra minute out of this.
You get an extra minute, so I didn't do that. But you know, you can talk about it in forums. You can talk about your channel, and for me, I love Comic-Con. I'm going to Comic-Con in July. I tell people about that. I've got an unboxing video coming up when the passes come in. I'm going to start doing a lot of Comic-Con stuff. So I let people know that in the forum so they can help watch and take a look at it, because some people, you know, there's not a lot of videos out there on it specifically that are this year. You know, it's a lot of last year, the year before stuff. So there's a lot of people interested in that. So I do that on the Comic-Con forums. You can do it through social media. You can let people know about you. A great way I found to do it is to go on other people's channels. So sometimes if they, like Charlene or someone that has another support channel, they sometimes say to anybody want to come on, and you can say, sure, I'll come on. And then you can talk about it and people can see you. And if they're like me and they're really beautiful, then people are like, I want to see that beautiful butter muffin face again. And so that's another way to do it. Being active with a lot of people. So, you know, that way you can have, in their live streams, people can recognize you, they can talk to you, and then that way when you're live or you have a video, they can come and talk to you and interact, kind of like they know you. So I think networking is important. I think getting it out there in forums and things like that, because that's where people share you. You know, for me, I'm hoping that somebody would share one of my Comic-Con videos with one of their friends that may be going to Comic-Con. Hey, check this out. This will help you. Yeah. You know, just stuff like that. And that's kind of what I kind of look for. I mean, there's 1,000 other ways to do it, but Dave might have some different techniques.
Oh, no, well, that's a good point. FK said, I'm not a fan of self-promotion, but a $2 super chat on someone's live with getting a shout-out is a good way as well.
Yeah, that could be it, especially if you're
if you find a live stream.
Live.
There's some live streams I've ran into where there's literally 8,000 people watching either a gamer or watching dogs in a park running, or I mean, there's so many different things you can find on YouTube that if you find a live stream that's very active with thousands of people in there, a good way to get a shout out would be sending a $2 super chat, and they shout your channel out for you in front of thousands of people. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Now for me on Chief Turtlehawk channel, I love donations and super chats. Well, I don't get super chats, but I love donations. But I try to mention everybody anyway.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't have, my chat doesn't go. Yeah. Some people's chat goes.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't even keep up with it, and I mean, I can't even keep up with it. So that a super chat would definitely make you stick out, for sure. But for mine, I mean, they run so slow. It's like.
I mean, we're not about the super chats. I mean, we're shouting everybody out that we see in the chat as they come in. We're not just looking for the donation to say their name. I mean, we'll read through the chat in the beginning, and the middle, and the end, and thank everyone for joining, and shout out different channels that we have worked with before, and new channels that are just coming in. So everyone is welcome, and we're glad everyone is participating tonight.
Yeah. The real Joey B says, see you next time, guys. Hope there is more structure and answers. Not bad for a pre-K production for your #1 show. Have a good one. Thank you, the real Joey B. Yes, we're always developing, so any feedback is great. We always try to implement it. It is something that we've never done before. It's just something that we would wanting to do, and hopefully in 10 years we're like, we have 8 producers and maybe some cameramen. But for now, I hope that we can do that, and then hopefully the real Joey B, we'll see you back in for sure. Thank you.
How many minutes are remaining?
5. Thank God.
I feel like it feels like it's a New Year's Eve countdown right now.
I know. I was hoping it would be like a running number, so it was just like spinning the whole time,
Yeah.
But I didn't want it to be super annoying. So.
But no, thank you everyone for all the good, great questions tonight. It's a great start in the right direction for our second new adventure here, and we may have some other things in the works. We won't disclose what, but we may have a different thing every day of the week if time permits, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, my time or whose time?
Well, our time. I mean, we have a few other show endeavors that we're thinking of, and in the future, and if those pan out, you know, we might have this, you know, twice a week. We might have, you know, one of the other things a different night. We got to still keep room for, you know, Chief Turtlehawk to come out and do his late night show.
That's Chief Turtlehawk Senior. He'll get mad at me if I go too late because he wants to get on.
Yeah. Tom Case says it's the final countdown. Wayne Brown says great questions, excellent answers. A show for all YouTubers. Well done. Good night. So good night, Wayne Brown. Vic says I'm one of the last left here. Panda Jack Slots is taking their dog out.
Oh.
Glad I found you guys. See you next week. Well, thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you next week too.
Yeah.
I would like to
3 minutes until your birthday's over.
So FK had another suggestion. It said, I would like to see, like what ESPN does, have an agenda with a list of topics to the left so people know what's coming up. And stick around to hear what they are interested in.
There you go.
So thank you. Thank you for the suggestion. Yeah, we're open to all suggestions.
We could do it over here on this side.
Yeah, we got a lot of real estate room here to move stuff around and put different things. So that's a good idea. Thank you, FK, for the suggestion. So yeah, if we're going to talk about maybe 2 or 3 topics for that night, we can highlight those there.
Mm-hmm. Are you writing all these down? Because there's a lot to remember.
I have my little agenda pad here that
oh, good.
On my iPad that I put a few things down. So yes. Easy Life Slot Jackpot says people born on 4/29 also get to celebrate it on 4/30. Just saying. Keep celebrating, Dave. Me and Joe share the same birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday, so, Dave and Joe.
Both 4/29 babies. So thank you, Joe, for stopping in. And I guess I can keep celebrating.
Well, you have a minute. I let you have a minute into 4:30.
Okay. I think, no, Jen is still in the chat, so.
Yeah, Jen's been a pretty good advocate in the chat, for sure.
Yes.
I think Jen's badge looks really good, but we need to get Jen a bigger image for the center of the badge.
Yes, she has like 5 photos that I'm going to email you, and
okay.
We are going to have you choose whichever one looks the best for the center image.
Does she have like a yearbook photo or something?
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, in a few seconds, your birthday's over.
Oh, boy. Well, it was fun.
But I like your balloons. That was a good touch. Here, I'll put the balloons back on as a boating farewell to your birthday. Thank you. Paylines is confused with all the topics. Enjoy this minute, says Van City.
So yeah, next week we will have a this was our opening act tonight. So we who knows, we might have a special guest on next week.
So we're looking at guests. We're looking at we've taken a lot of the questions from today to kind of see how what people are interested in seeing. Some people that we've seen in the chat tonight only have a few hundred subscribers, and they really have some questions on where to find inexpensive ways to do cover art and thumbnails and stuff like that. So we're definitely trying to kind of put that together, and I'm hoping that if we do have the agenda thing on the right hand side, that it can kind of help show you if you want to come back or do it. So that's a great idea. So we're still going to tailor everything a little bit, but I like the suggestion about having some people come on for maybe 5 minutes each and do a quick shout out about what their channel is. I like having people who have established channels coming on and kind of giving their start to finish, this is how I did it, or kind of this is what I experienced along the way. I like that idea. I like having people that are very experienced in certain aspects, whether it's graphic design or how to set up your YouTube channel or how to read the analytics, or just any of that stuff. I hope that maybe they would let us know so we can help bring them on and have them help explain it. I know very little, so my goal with the Small YouTube Support Network is just to try to bring people together that are starting out or that want to develop or become bigger, and that way they can have a place to meet people and network and try to figure out kind of how they can move forward with less stress. So you just like that? Just like that, you're going to throw away your balloons?
You said it's over, so.
Well, it was over 2 minutes ago, so that's probably good.
Okay.
So now we have your wedding cabinet.
Yeah, I had it disguised.
Now we have your wedding cabinet. That's great.
Yeah.
1965 Bean says, please suck the helium out of one of the balloons.
Jennifer B says, the wedding cabinet.
The wedding cabinet and the one autographed picture.
Thank you, A and B Slot Channel. They said thank you, Chief and Sizzling, for the platform. It's been very helpful. And yeah, I hope we get to grow off that, and we're going to do more than just tonight. So we hope to see you on the next one if you're heading out. And yeah, we got a few notes tonight that we appreciate the feedback, suggestions, and we'll move on from there. So.
And hopefully we can get the Google Talk running, or whatever it is.
Another good point.
And
Correct.
then that way we can use that for people to call in on. So there's a lot of stuff. I mean, just think about this as like we're starting from scratch. So we got a good start. We got a head start on some of the graphics. Now we have to kind of develop. So hopefully you'll see us grow as we see you grow, and that's something that we can do together.
We have a new question texted in. Question is, when will we learn how to do the fancy background that you guys have?
Who asked that? Did they put a name or no?
No, that was just another another phone number.
Well, I mean, there's several parts that go into it. There's the graphics element, and then there's the actual software element. So I think it would be good if people are interested in using the platform to maybe have a time where we talk about how to use the software. Oh, and my camera's off. Have a time where you kind of learn how to use the software, and then kind of work into the graphics side. On the collaboration style, Sizzling Slot Jackpots and myself, kind of did different pieces of it. So it didn't make it real cumbersome for just one person to do. But it's something that there are templates available. There's different things available to kind of make it a little easier. So maybe we should start with kind of the introduction to the platform, and then kind of move from there.
I mean, that was with two heads thinking, you and I, for hours on the layout and moving the colors around and where to put different images, and as simple as the background might look, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of time. It was a lot of, you know, trial and error to get it to where we have it right now. So.
And, you know, there are, you know, just like several people in the chat say, you know, I always look towards YouTube, just where we're on right now, for support. Hopefully this is a place where we can network and kind of bring together some ideas. But if you're ever, you know, if there's ever just something in specific that you want to get a good look at, there are a ton of videos out there. Where I think that we could help out is, and I've seen this on some other channels, is someone gets almost there, but there's something that's not going quite right and they can't figure it out. So then they can help. So I think kind of an introduction to what the platforms are, what's available, and then kind of getting some ideas off of other YouTube videos, so you can kind of you can kind of say, oh, I don't like that, or I do like that. How do I do this? How do I do that? Because you may have, there's 1,000 options. You may only want 2 or 3 of them. You know, you may want 1,000, so you may have to look at some different places. But for sure, you know, we can help kind of get you guided on the right spot. The right direction, and it does take a lot of practice, a lot of online, offline things. There's still a lot of stuff that I don't know how to do that I wish I did. I don't know how to do any bot stuff. I don't know how to do a lot of that area. So that's stuff that hopefully, you know, I can get some ideas from people on what's good and what's out there, and then I can kind of look into that, and hopefully that's kind of where we'll develop together. So it's all about developing together. It's kind of like the support network idea is about us developing together. And the reason we have the call-in numbers and the emails is because sometimes it's, you know, you don't want to put it in the chat. You want to send it in just privately, and then we can talk about it. So we don't have all the answers, but our goal is to find people who do, or find people who have ideas on who inspired them. Like Sizzling Slot Jackpots put somebody in there about creating a kind of your overall strategy. You know, for me, when I'm doing some things that I grab some books on, or I'll read some articles on that I found very informative, you know, it's a little easier to have people kind of help guide you to find some of the answers, because they've already looked through 10 articles, found the best one that helped them, and maybe that'll help you as well. So that's kind of where we're looking at going with the support aspect. Now, it can't be something, you know, that if I don't know at all, I can't guide you in that direction, but hopefully someone will come through within the network. So Cherry says she is again lost. We were just talking about the background things going on, so that's where we're at. All right. Do you have any other questions? Thanks for your question, whoever sent that in.
Yes. Another question was, I have a channel, and I was wondering if I should use my personal Facebook account or set up a separate FB account. So that means Facebook. So if they should use their first personal Facebook account, or if they should set up a separate one. So
as far as what?
I guess to interact with people, maybe they don't want to use their name, so they want to open up like a fan account or a
okay.
You know. So yeah, within your personal account, you can create. I guess what was it called, like a fan account, Chief, or what would be the right?
Well, I think well, it's when you have an option to merge your account with one of those accounts, or you can create a separate one for that. And it's I don't know if it's called a fan account, but it's called I don't know what it's called. I'll have to look up the name. But what I did is I didn't ever use the regular Facebook very often, so I just merged it over into the other account style, and that way it's just because I don't have, like, I'm really bad at social media. That's one thing I'm practicing on, is I'm not good at any of them, the social media platforms. So if I had to have two Facebooks, I would be completely lost. But if you do, I think if you do a lot of personal things, that you have a lot of family or friends or something that you want on one Facebook, and then you want to have your channel stuff going on another one, that's okay. Because sometimes, you know, like if you were posting daily on about your channel, and that was going out as notifications to all your family and friends, they might turn the notifications off, and then they might miss out when you do post something about family and friends stuff. So I could see that working well. For me, I never really used the personal one, so I just merged it into the I don't know what it's called. It's like not a business one, but it's kind of like just a.
Yeah, I think it's like a fan account, or like you can select if you're a blogger, or if it's a business, or you know, whatever your specialty is. Mm-hmm. You can select that as what kind of account you want to set up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you can create just one by itself. I think it has to be attached to something. So I think it has to be attached to your YouTube, or not your YouTube, your Facebook as a login. So you might check on that to create a new one. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Do you have another one?
No, I do not. We are caught up on the.
Okay. JB says, I don't usually accept slot people as friends. Well, I think I have Manny and Dixie and Olga, but I'm sure they don't want to see pics of my kids and me bitching about politics. So I guess that's one way to put it. If you want to keep them separate, then you have that option. I'd suggest that you just figure out what, you know, like that. Do you want everything going into one place, or do you want to have stuff going in there? So Charles says he's confused. Charles, we are answering questions that were texted in to 414-616-SYSN. So that's why the topics are all over the place. We are answering questions. So if you would, you might have to do a playback if you missed the question. That question asked if you should have a personal Facebook to do your YouTube stuff on, or if you should separate them out into two separate Facebook accounts. So that's where that one was. All right. Well, I think that it's been super fun having everybody on here. Sorry for the confusion. Hopefully, next time we can have on the right-hand side of the screen, we can maybe put an agenda on there, and then maybe do a button that's active when we're answering a question. I don't know if I can type the questions that fast into the actual piece, but maybe I can try. So that might be an option as well. Or maybe we just put the question in the chat or something like that for people to follow up on. That might be something to help with the confusion.
Well, tonight was mostly, we covered our opening of what our plans are, what the words we want people to use, and also taking the viewer questions from the chat and from the text. So now next week, we're going to have a little more of a platform where we're going to have maybe a few things planned out. We're going to display on the screen, how to do some certain things, highlight that. If we get any questions during the week, we'll address those as well. But yeah, we just want to keep moving forward and support everybody that while we're not doing our normal, Chief Turtlehawk shows, and I'm not doing my normal slot play, we have another outlet here of meeting new people and helping other people grow and do different things, learning the tips and tricks and learning how to do things. I mean, there's sometimes I find videos and it's a really good video and the person has a horrible title and no one's going to find it, or they have it in the wrong category. There's just so many things to getting your video in the right spot and having the right people view it.
Right. Exactly. So I think Michael just made it in and said, did I make it in time for the start of the stream? Michael, we started at 10 p.m. Eastern, so we are towards the end of the stream, unfortunately. But I did hear that you were a guest on another Support Network show, so I am going to go back and watch that because I heard it was rated TVMA, 100% not safe for work. So I'm hoping that it's going to be a good one, and I'm going to go and check that out as well. So that should be fun.
Well, I don't. Everyone wants me to suck helium out. I've never done that before, and I don't intend to. But
you can pass out on the floor.
If you guys would like to see Chief suck some helium out next week, I'll have him pick up a balloon or two. And
I'm not going to get a balloon with helium in it. It's not my birthday.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you all. I'm not a helium inhaler, so
well,
I
okay.
Pass on the helium. Sorry.
Well, that's all I have for tonight. Did you have any more?
No. If we have any last-minute questions, throw them in now. Otherwise, Slot Traveler says you won't get high. I know, but no helium for me, unfortunately. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, everyone. But if anyone had any last-minute questions or any last-minute thoughts, throw them in now. Otherwise, we hope to see everyone next Sunday, same time, different channel, and just go from there.
Same time, different channel. It will be on Chief Turtlehawk's channel next week, so make sure you join us live, same time, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Pacific, Sunday, Chief Turtlehawk's channel. It will be fun, and hopefully we can spruce it up a bit and kind of do some of the things we talked about today. If you have any questions or you possibly want to be on a short piece of the show to describe your channel, make sure you send us a message. You can either text 414-616-SYSN, or you can email livesysn@gmail.com and let us know, and we can try to work with you to see if we can have you on the next stream. So for sure, thank you everybody who's come out today and supported the Small YouTube Support Network's first live stream. And thank you to our new badge holders this week, Jen's Universe and Charlene Indiana Fishing and Gambling as the new badge holders for the Small YouTube Support Network. Hopefully we can get some more people in. If you're interested in having a badge made, make sure you send us an email to livesysn and let us know, and we can get with you on that. So thank you for everyone also who donated today through Super Chat. And thank you for all the new subscribers that have found us and supported our channel. I am going to go back in the chat and try to take a look at people's channels that were new that I haven't seen before. So hopefully, I think I have one Cleopatra video to watch for sure that they were talking about, so I need to go and find that, and then some other ones. So thank you all for joining, and any last words from you?
Everything you just said was right on point. I want to still thank everyone for all the birthday wishes today. I cannot say how much I appreciate all the new friends I've made in the last year, all the new people that sent me comments and messages. I appreciate those. They mean a lot to me, and I think I responded to everybody. If I did miss someone, I apologize. But thank you all for all the birthday wishes. And it was a great time tonight talking with everyone. And we will see you guys during the week on one of my lives. And see you next Sunday, you and me.
See you next Sunday, and make sure you're subscribed to both Sizzling Slot Jackpots and Chief Turtlehawk. I know Chief Turtlehawk Sr. will be going on a late night live stream supplement program soon. I don't know if he's planning on doing it today or tomorrow, but hopefully he'll be on there putting that stuff out. And then maybe we'll get a little bit of Chief Jr. from summer camp. I don't know. I think they took his phone away, but if possible, maybe Chief Jr. can come on and entertain people as well. So we'll see how everything goes. But other than that, thank you all for joining. And if you have any questions or anything like that, make sure you send them to SYSN@gmail.com. If you want a badge made, make sure you send that to there as well. Hopefully we can get some people to participate with us next time, and we can make some of the changes we talked about. So if nothing else from Dave, happy birthday, Dave. I know it's over now, but happy birthday. It was fun, and thank you for celebrating your birthday with us live on SYSN Live. And everybody, we will see you so soon. Thank you.